welcome back, everyone. Um, you guys had successfully navigated the and explored the mine, and discovering that a group of kobolds had taken refuge there to um, survive the cold after being driven out of their natural, their long-standing habitat near Kelvin's Cairn, and had determined that there might be a way for everyone to make out well here. And after speaking with a remarkably well spoken and articulate kobold named Trex, uh, you struck a deal with perhaps negotiating with the town of Tremelaine to utilize kobold labor in the mine in exchange for allowing them to live there on a more permanent basis. On the way back to the. Whoa, dude. Maybe
What?
mute before you do that. Um,
Oh, sorry.
it's okay. Just to save everyone's eardrums. Um, on the way back, you encountered a figure in the road who asked for some help. Mr. Kringle asked you to take care of a infestation, which you did. Afterwards, banishing this demonic Krampus-like spirit to its plane of existence. You were given respite and a hero's feast in a uh, pavilion, which this figure called forth out of out of out of song. Yeah, we're getting mass.
John, you moved them.
Cool.
Nothing on that one.
So, you guys all read the Christmas thing that I sent out. So you were each
Yeah, that
given.
was cool.
You guys were each given a night's respite, and a bit of a gift on this winter solstice. So, you awake refreshed. The pavilion, soon after you're awake, begins to fade away, almost like a dream. And you find yourself in the clearing, very well rested. You each gain 5 temporary hit points
Nice.
from the hero's feast that you had participated in.
An advantage on wisdom saving throws and immunity to frightened for 24 hours.
That is part of the hero's feast, yes? No, is it?
Coming off of a coming off of a level 19 cleric for a 3.5 year campaign. So
You're well familiar with the benefits of the hero's feast. Yes.
I missed that. I'm sorry. We're having like chaos over here. What do we what we get 5 temporary hit points and what else?
Go ahead.
Advantage on wisdom saves.
I'm sorry. What?
Advantage on wisdom saves,
Okay.
and um, Dave, what is the other one?
immunity to frightened.
That's right. Immunity for 24.
And
Those are all
poison.
for 24 hours.
And yeah, and I think poison as well.
John has to go grab another XLR. If any of you have ever been live musicians, you understand the curse of XLR cables.
All right, I'm gonna mute you guys. Just give us a wave when you want
Yeah.
us to unmute you.
Yeah, you can mute me. Is it
Hey,
still
Mickey,
bad?
What's that, Mitch?
I was waiting for you to answer her question.
What was your question?
Oh no, Tara was just asking something. My question was: can you increase your volume just a little bit, or is it just me? You seem just a touch low to me.
Okay.
I have you at max.
All right. So upon waking, your whole party has come back. Donovan had taken a walk with Kring, and he was the only one who came back. As he came back, though, he returned to the clearing and the feast with a very subdued and very quiet Trex, who very early on gave his farewells and said that the cold was affecting him and he needed to sleep, and had curled up and had gone to sleep quite early into your feast that went quite long into the night. And I guess that is where we will pick up our story.
All right. Before we move on, do you mind giving me about 20 minutes in character, in game? Now that I have something here I'd like to do real quick.
Wizardly
Oh,
stuff? Sure.
wizards. Here anyway. Please turn them up.
Well, it's either that or the outhouse.
All right. So I sit down, I open up my book, pull out my brand new pearl, and start ritualistically making symbols, and I lay out the necklace, and I think it's like probably like 10, 11 minutes, and then I should know exactly what it is now.
Neat.
And
So
once I finish with that,
you're going to ritually cast it.
yeah,
So you need an hour.
an hour. Oh, I thought it was. I must have looked at the.
Oh, wait a
wrong
minute.
spell.
No, I'm sorry.
No, it's
I'm
10
smoking
minutes
crack.
plus the
It's 10
casting
minutes.
time.
It's 10 minutes and it's 11 minutes total.
Yeah, 11 minutes total.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then once I'm finished with that, I start drawing out the symbols to resummon my owl.
Hootie.
Okie dokie. All right, so that was supposed to be whispered to you, but why Roll20 decided to cut it up into 2 messages, I don't know.
It seems to be if there's anything that has like an enter, it will treat it as separate messages. So like, it can't have like a title and then hit enter and then and hit it.
Okay.
That happened to me the first time I tried to send you a note.
All right, so while he's doing that, is the rest of you want to do anything with your morning?
I'm gonna prepare some spells.
Okay.
I'm praying
I'm
for fish.
Bored, and I'm gonna start throwing snowballs at Roanoke and Filbert.
All right.
I'll do my best to dodge them. Maybe one will miss me and hit Filbert. Maybe one will miss Filbert and hit me.
All right.
I just laugh and play along.
All right.
Did we have unidentified items?
It was just the amulet.
Ah, that's right. Okay.
What's it do?
So are you going to take an hour to cast Find Familiar now? Is that what you said?
Is it an? Oh yeah, it is an hour to recast it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll wait on that then. I'll wait till we get back to town before I do that.
Yeah, it's a bit chilly out here.
Yeah, it's 1 hour. So yeah, I'll wait. I'll hold off on that.
Okay.
But it's this would be nice if we had a warlock in our party, but it'll definitely be it basically allows the if you're a warlock, it allows you to a possibility of casting spells you don't know.
Can you tap into it?
No, this is not something I can use. Definitely not. It's something that it's specifically for warlocks.
Maybe it's something we can trade.
Definitely. That's my thought.
But isn't this one of those necklaces that the bad guys wore?
No, remember we showed it to what's her name, and she said that it
that's
wasn't.
right.
It was different.
It was just Icy Man. What was his name?
I suppose he was a warlock then.
Yeah. Well,
I forget if that like one
those should
man
go
we were
with
fighting, if his
Donovan. He's normally up with me.
scabbard or sword. Did we ever figure that out, or was that his own power that made him resistant to cold?
It was a ruse.
It was a ruse.
Like the sword was magical. If he was a
It was
warlock,
a spiritual weapon.
well, no, it wasn't a spiritual weapon. Can I do like an Arcana check to know that there are warlocks that can summon their blades?
Sure. Absolutely.
All right.
I would if you're are you proficient with Arcana?
Yeah.
Yeah, then definitely. I mean, you could have done it anyway, but I was gonna say, I was gonna say if you're proficient, you could do so with advantage because of your background.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Okay.
roll again.
Much better. 19.
Yes, you do know that there are some warlocks who, with their pact with some kind of higher power, can sometimes gain the ability to call forth some kind of weapon or sword and banish it at will.
And yeah, that's my guess is he was this type of warlock that has the ability to summon their weapon and banish it at will, and that's what it seems to be. Since this is a warlock's pendant, I mean, through my studies, that's what I would that's what my assumption would be.
Sounds very handy.
So yeah, I'm gonna go check on Dodvin. Like I said, normally he's up with me praying in the morning.
He was up and taking care of. He seems very subdued and very quiet, kind of in his own head, just thinking about the conversation that he'd had. Nothing he feels like sharing with you. Kind of private.
Throw a snowball at his head.
I got a shiny rock from Santa.
He doesn't seem to even notice when it hits his big bald head, and the snow just kind of sits on top of it, almost like a little beanie hat. Windsor.
That's adorable. Look how cute he looks, guys. So can we go to town and sit like around a fireplace and warm up?
Yes, let's go. Are you
Oh,
done
yeah.
yet, Wizard?
Kobold to
Really?
to get rid of.
Yeah, we can go.
Okay, it's fine.
What's that, Windsor?
We got a kobold to get rid of.
Get rid of.
I thought he was a partner.
I mean, yeah.
We'll get him off our hands.
I would definitely enjoy going to town. Yes, It's rather freezing out here.
Oh yeah, you're definitely not dressed for outside weather, are you?
Clearly.
Do we have the chocobos in the cart with
Nope.
us or no? Yeah, I didn't think so.
No, you left those back at the at Speaker Matthews.
Yeah, it was only like a
Cabin.
20-minute walk.
Guess he's not like a red dragon kobold.
I'm more of a popsicle kobold at the moment. So if we could. Dodvin just wordlessly kind of grabs him, picks him up, puts him on his shoulder, starts walking.
All right, off we go.
Thank you for the presents. Bye.
All right. So
Yes, thank you very much.
yeah, there was no one there when you woke up, but the clearing, if the spirit remains, may have noticed. So as you guys head back, it takes you probably a full 20, 25 minutes. You've made a little bit of a way already. Before you ran into that seemingly dreamlike encounter.
Did it really happen?
You would question it if it wasn't for the helm now upon your head.
Oh, that's right.
So, are you wearing it?
I think I'm gonna have it hanging by my belt side,
Okay.
just in case.
Excellent.
I don't want to scare the children.
That's awesome. Right. So, yeah. So heading back takes you about 20 minutes. As you approach, I'm assuming that everyone has their. Dodvin's got his lantern out. Thea, you have cast light on something as you guys make your way through the darkness that the morning is in 10 Towns. As you approach the outskirts and the outbuildings in the distance, you see Tourmaline beginning to materialize in the darkness.
Land ho!
So who we're bringing him into? Who?
Yep.
The speaker. The speaker's the one who hired us for the job anyway.
Yep.
So he was outside of that bar.
But we'd gone to his house to leave all our stuff.
Let's head there.
Sounds like a great idea.
Okay. So you did not, just to clarify, Henrik, you did not take an hour to.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I was gonna wait until we got to town, and I'll do it when we're not freezing in the middle of nowhere.
This is not the right notebook. Why is that even out? Sorry, guys. Can't be writing your notes in a Ghost of Saltmarsh notebook. That makes no sense. Okay. Still. Okay. So as you guys approach into town, it's still full dark. Being probably, you'd roughly kind of gauge just by the stars. You're able to kind of gauge. It's about 9:30 in the morning, ish. Kind of hard to give an exact number, even those of you who are much more used to trying to gauge time by the moon and stars and sun. So you guys are gonna head straight to the speaker's cabin.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. I gave away my to a friend for Christmas my dice tray, dice rolling tray. Just realizing I haven't made. I gotta finish making the replacement. All right, cool. So you approach. You make it through town without too much issue. You can see a couple people here and there. Tourmaline being kind of a mix of loggers and fishermen in almost equal numbers, ratios. You're seeing folks kind of heading off into loggers heading off into the woods as you kind of skirt them, coming at the edge of town. But as you get closer to Orlis's cabin, you can even see torches out on boats, out on the mare. You walk up and you see kind of that outbuilding. You can see your axe beak still tied, and you can hear even the barking of the sled dogs as you approach, and they recognize you as you begin to come towards the cabin.
Puppies. Give them all some nice pets. Do not pet Choco, though. I tossed him some ration meat.
So he takes that and bites it down.
So should we knock on the door?
Yeah, knock, knock.
Yeah. Whoever's knocking on the door, give me a perception.
Okay. That would be me.
Yeah, as you kind of come up, you can kind of see, even though through the shutters and stuff, where there was lights before. Inside, it looks dark. Inside, you knock and listen, but you don't hear any kind of movement or response from the inside, giving the impression that the speaker is not currently at home.
Probably at the clan.
Well, we can go check there.
To the clam.
Okay. So you guys walk down. It's very just down the same street. You get towards the edge of the mare, and you can see more ship boats out on it, plying their fisher's trade. And you see the familiar front facade of the Blue Clan.
What
There's
is this
currently
facade of the Brooklyn?
no one standing outside of it.
We're too early, maybe?
We can go inside and ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get warmed up.
All right. As you enter, you kind of enter into the front door. You notice that there's just got a similar thing to other things that you see in 10 towns now. Areas that have bear skin or other kinds of skins hanging just inside the door. Before entering in, you have to push your way through a kind of a way to kind of keep the heat that they're trying to keep in from rushing out every time anyone opens or closes the door. And as soon as you push back the, which looks to be almost probably a polar bear, this white large fur that hangs in front of the door, the stench of fish is overpowering as you kind of get in close to the front of the door and open up. You smell also the smell of spices, decadent spices, wafting out from the kitchen area.
Somebody's gonna get some paprika.
Maybe,
Some
maybe
Old
they're
Bay.
maybe I was gonna say maybe they're using Old Bay.
I got all my own now.
Oh, okay. Too good for spices now.
Yeah, I got all my own spices.
Oh.
I will
And
say
I
this.
just give a wink.
Filbert, give me a perception roll.
It's an 11.
And then give me a. God, what would that be? We'll say, give me a. Oh, cripes! I don't even know. History? Maybe. Give me a history.
History?
Yeah. I don't know what to identify the smell would be. And I'm open to suggestion on that one.
Nope, a 4.
Okay.
Maybe nature?
So, you do recognize the smell, and that is calishite. Is the spice actually? From the
Okay.
smells are very indicative of from calishite.
Calishite?
Yeah, it's in meaning from Kalasham.
From the region.
Yeah.
Yep.
So inside
Smells familiar.
there are quite a bit of there are fisher folk inside, some of which looks like they were out very, very early fishing. Some look like they're still kind of fresh and looking like they're getting ready to go out fishing.
I'd like to check and see if there's anybody who doesn't look like they're a fisherman, or if they're like surveying the room and the people.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Specifically, if they're in Kalashite garb.
All right, well, give me an investigation then.
Mediocre.
Yeah, for the most part, everyone here seems to be definitely fishermen. There is definitely one that's sticking out, though. There's a gentleman who is kind of off in the back corner. It appears to be kind of talking to a large group. Some of them are actually turned around and facing him. Some of them are some of the people in that end of the tavern, while eating their meals, are kind of giving him their attention. But he's over there, and you can see him gesticulating kind of very wildly and agitatedly speaking to him. From the door, it's hard to hear what he's saying over the general commotion within the clam right now.
As everybody's doing whatever they're doing, I imagine everybody's going to be splintering off within the tavern. I'd like to make my way over there, and just within earshot, but still within the crowd. Try to listen in.
Okay. What's your insight?
My insight is. What do you mean? It's something passive?
Just kind of curious.
My insight is I just get a +2 to the roll.
Okay, so roll a.
I'm not proficient.
Roll an intelligence and then add the +2.
Okay, well, whatever this is, I'll just add 2. 14.
Okay.
Or
That's
Oh, well, 15, I guess, if you include the +2 intelligence.
Oh, I told you
But-
intelligence. I'm sorry. Give me a charisma. We're going to use that roll as a charisma.
Same thing, same
So
modifier.
12 plus 14, right? Yeah, it was charisma.
Yep.
So what's your charisma? What's your charisma modifier?
2. The modifier is 1. 12 charisma.
Okay. Okay.
Should be lots lower.
It's your cat.
So as you move over there, and you kind of you hear that a couple things that stick out. You hear him saying, "He can't appease the miners. Life's blood of this town they are, and now the mine's closed. Won't even head himself, I hear, expecting your sons and daughters to clear out what horrors he let creep in. We deserve better, don't we, lads?"
I'll return to the group before they splinter off and just relay the little that I just heard. Sounds like there's some disgruntled people disgruntled about the issues with the mine. I don't know if this is necessarily going to be good news for them, or maybe it could be a political issue, but it's above my pay grade.
Could
Well-
probably be either, but
Well, we know that the what's his name? We do know that Speaker Maxwell Donner does have agents here internally and spreading rumors and trying
to incite
trying to
bad
ins-
feelings,
to get the current speaker here.
deposed.
Yeah, so that might be one of those agents.
Yeah.
So what's
So
curious is that
the quicker we get this resolved, the less ammunition they'll have.
it's the guy spreading it is as a calamshite. Is he or no? Or is that's not related? Just some guy.
Yeah, you didn't really get any sense of that. He was just the one who kind
Oh,
of
okay,
stuck
never mind.
as you were looking for that. You didn't really notice anything, anybody
Okay,
dressed
got it.
from far away.
But I haven't noticed the speaker here, have I?
Give a perception.
Meow. 13.
Taking in the room, it's pretty clear that there are no handsome half-orc gentlemen here in the clam right now.
What the heck? Where is he?
Well, let's ask somebody. Maybe they'll know.
Working?
Well, ask the bartender.
Town hall. Doesn't he work in town hall?
Oh yeah. That's probably a safe assumption there.
Everybody doesn't work in a bar.
Well, I mean,
Well, I
we
guess
met
we
him
can
outside
ask
the bar
before we
last
go.
Time. I don't know his work schedule.
And the last time we came here, they said that we wouldn't find him there.
Yeah.
Ah,
Well,
Well,
why don't you guys ask around?
you can ask the bartender. Is there anybody behind the bar?
I'm gonna go.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Who's doing what? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
I was gonna ask the bartender if he's seen the speaker.
Okay. Just checking my NPCs here. So, as you approach the bar and kind of lean up on it, you see an individual. He's got kind of a long black hair that's kind of going down very luxuriously down to the middle of his back. And it takes a moment for him to turn around. He's kind of doing something with his back completely to you. But when he turns around, you notice the first thing is the slightly green tinted skin and the small little nubs of fangs that are pointing up, and realize that this is also a half orc, but not the speaker. As he walks up, here he goes. Yes, darling. What is it that I can do for you?
Oh, I'm looking for the speaker. Wasn't it
Orlis.
home? I thought maybe here.
Orlis is probably about the town's business at the town hall. He's there in the mornings, almost every morning.
All right.
Told you.
All right.
All right. Well, suppose we'll be seeing you later. Have a
Well,
great day.
I would certainly hope so. You're welcome back anytime.
A little early to tie one on, but I'm sure we'll be back around.
The best spiced potatoes in the 10 towns, right here.
Hell yeah.
Well, I don't
Smells
know. You might
divine
have to
in
do
here.
the potatoes.
I can even offer you we came in with several braces of hares earlier.
What?
Some fine rabbit stew will be on the board later today.
We're coming back.
All right, we'll come back for that rabbit stew. Supposedly, my friend has some new fancy herbs that I'm interested in trying.
Yes, that
We won't
sounds
need to because they're spiced perfectly here, it smells like.
Oh, this is true. This is true.
Don't
I'm
insult
always-
the man and his cook.
I am the cook, so Master Halfling, you're more than welcome back anytime you like.
Thank you, sir.
I'm always interested in checking out the herbs.
I get it.
Stop number 3. Shall it be a success? To town hall.
You guys kind of bundle back up and head out back into the cold.
I leave a copper for the trouble.
Because you were so generous to him, he kind of makes strong note of you. Dodman kind of pipes up and goes, I know the way. Follow me. He's
Okay.
definitely been much more quiet and reticent, and seeming very much kind of self-absorbed throughout the morning. Not his normal self at all.
What's the matter, buddy?
Oh, nothing matter. I've just much to think about. That encounter last night has me reassessing some things.
Well,
But-
you know that Lathander always says that self-reflection is the greatest path to self-discovery. That through light, you are able to reflect, and therefore find the truest light within yourself. Thus say Lathander in the scriptures.
I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Hold off.
I'm sorry. I missed all of that. But this way. Come this way.
Yeah, let's follow Dodvin.
And he kind of just kind of takes off.
I can finish quoting the rest. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, he didn't. He not unlike him, which he's normally, very, respectful of your quotations. He just didn't even seem to hear half of it before he started walking away. So you guys kind of you follow Dodvin down. He leads you unerringly, having grown up here, to the town hall, which compared to some of the other towns is smaller, but you do notice that it is beautifully carved. There are what seems to be very old wooden hardwood that has been carved with some really fanciful things. You see wizards casting spells, homunculi, tigers even. Two of the pillars seem to be carved into the likeness of smiling genies. coming out of large pots at the bottom. All out of this is all of in large wooden timber that has been carved to look like that. Much noticeable as you guys approach.
You're doing fine.
Ugh. So anyway, these gorgeous pillars with these smiling genies looking down upon you, and you know all these fanciful carvings are all up above in the eaves of this, and it's not a very big building. You know, it's probably on par with the Clam, but far smaller than the Brimshand or even the Targos town spaces that you had seen. But you guys are able to go right up to it. The doors, there's a pair of double doors that have, interestingly enough, almost what look to be like demon heads with knockers in it. One seems to be scowling and one is smiling on either side. But the doors don't seem to be barred or locked.
I knock on the smiley one.
Well,
No, that's the one that always lies.
As she's knocking, I gotta push the door open.
Man, I just realized that I just pulled a legend there. They don't animate and start talking to you. It's crazy when the bubble's up and then you realize where it came from.
Yeah.
So as you knock, you see someone kind of, the door opens. And it's actually Speaker Orlis who pulls open the door and says, "Oh, back so soon, excellent. When I didn't see you from last night, I was a bit concerned, but please come in out of the cold. Please, come, my friends."
Tomorrow. Enter we come.
And you guys kind of come into, again, this is a bit of a kind of a foyer-y kind of area with then another set of doors inside. Clearly, it's the architecture here is a setup so that you don't get blasted with the cold blasting through into the interiors. You see hooks and places for you to stow your really heavy gear and snowshoes. Which I'm assuming you all will do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And as he brings you in, you enter into this kind of open area, the town hall area. You can see where there are several chairs that have been pushed back against the wall. And you can see that in times of any kind of large, town meeting, these chairs could be brought up onto this kind of raised dais that's at one end of the hall, so that they're up above that anyone standing in this large hallway, single room, would be able to see them even while they're seated. But right now, all those chairs have been pushed against the wall. There is a small desk in one corner, a large hearth with a roaring fire going, and several chairs that are kind of set up near the hearth, and then the rest of the room is pretty much left open. But it's surprisingly warm in here. The huge amounts of coals and the huge size of the logs burning on the fire in the hearth, giving testament to the pleasantly warm interior. As you guys kind of come in and take us all in, Oris looks over at the hearth and, well, one of the benefits of being speaker, I guess, and the fact that the wood provides. I know that in other places in 10 towns, this would seem a little bit lavish. But
I want to.
it's
Oh,
open to
go ahead.
all.
I want to vault over the couch and just like kind of plop into the whatever seating there is in front of the fire, like a teenager that doesn't understand the decorum and coming over to somebody else's house.
Right. Cool. Orlis just kind of looks over at you and kind of cocks a half smile and takes it in. Please, the rest of you, tell me.
Well, I think we have solved your dilemma with the mine. And Trex, come forward.
Goodness gracious. Is that... Good day, sir. Speaker, allow me to introduce myself. I am Trex of the Kobolds, currently occupying the mine, if you will. He looks over at all of you. Is this some kind of joke? What trick? What is this?
No, not at all. It's not a joke at all.
They meant no harm. They are refugees, if you will. And I think that together we could form a peaceable arrangement to where they can assist with the mine, and also your workers could go back as well. And also we took care of, there was a nasty creature who I think got dug out. A grell while we were there, who could have also been the one attacking all of your workers. But Trex here, he doesn't want any harm to come to his people, and he is willing to work with you, and I can tell that you are a good man of solid conscience who would see an amicable solution to this dilemma.
If they say they are willing to help actually work the mines with your with the fellow miners here in town for you. You can get some extra production out of them.
Interesting. And Trex, what would you want in return for your peoples working in the mines? Why, sir, we would want nothing but the satisfaction of a job well done and the warmth afforded by living in those lovely accommodations of the mines. Right. All right. Well, this is certainly something that I will have to consider. I must say I've never seen a kobold or heard of a kobold speak so well as you do.
We were surprised ourselves.
But Trex no speak that well. Me not so good speak.
Didn't Dodman mention he was undead?
What?
What? That? Oh.
I forgot about that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Something about him being undead. I'm sure it's okay though.
Doesn't bother me.
I completely forgot about that. That's something if I would have remembered, we should have sussed out before coming in here.
Well, shit.
That old chestnut.
That old chestnut. Well, what happens now? Good God, what? Undead, you say? You've brought guards! Guards!
Oh.
Out of one of the side rooms, you see kind of these two guardsmen kind of come out. They've got crumbs and stuff all over them, and one wiping their face. So keep an eye on this one, will you? This gentleman here says this thing is an undead.
He seems to be one of the good ones, and then I realized what I said, and then I just kind of like crunch back into the couch
What
even
I
deeper.
got from him is that he was on the level.
So Trex, what is this undead aura that our paladin friend here is catching off of you?
I don't know what you refer to.
I'm gonna do
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
mean,
insight on
you were dead. Now you're not dead. How'd that happen?
You want to insight
Yeah,
as well?
I would do it as well.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, much better. Yeah.
24 for Mr. Smarty Pants.
Yeah, Henrik. Yeah, he's full of shit. He is clearly
Yeah.
lying
You have
his
to
ass
remember-
off.
Of our insight checks on him before.
Yeah.
So like we were like, no, this dude's on the level.
Fuck. All right.
Now Trex, that's I'm pretty good at spotting through some bullshit here. So how about we be quite frankly just go ahead and come out with it. Otherwise we might just have to go a little further.
Ooh, I'm paying attention now.
Are you roll an intimidation?
That's Hendrick's intimidation. I want to give him my helm.
Oh god. Oh, this is gonna be bad. You better roll a nat 20.
No, this is going to be awesome.
Nope.
Listen here, mister!
You better, I say, oh my God, Tara is enjoying it way too much.
Yes. I don't think so. Oh, bother. This would have been so much easier if you meddlesome bunch of fools would have just left me alone. And as he says that, this ghostly kind of presence begins to arise up out of Trex.
I would have gotten away with it if not for you meddlesome kids.
Exactly. And you see kind of this ghostly image of that appears to be like this human being, and as Trex kind of collapses to the ground, the spectral image, you notice though that he does have the same. Actually, everyone roll a perception.
Roll 20, you suck.
I'm enjoying the colors of the fire.
I got a 23.
Yep.
Ooh, nice.
And when Zira and Thea, both of the ladies, notice that the ghost
Through accidentally.
that is moving
Persuasion.
up is also wearing a similar satchel to the one that Trex was wearing.
Snatch it, Winzira. That's the source of his power.
Everybody at this point should probably roll for initiative.
Don't forget to
As
click on your.
This ghost.
Don't forget what?
Are we
Well, no,
clicking
there's
on
nothing.
Our,
There's nothing to click on because I don't have a battle map for this. So give me 2
Okay.
seconds, and I will fix that. If anyone wants to take a quick bio break early on while I do this, I got a little bit caught off guard by this one.
You're welcome.
I really thought I was gonna get away with this, you meddling kids.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that, or else I would have like brought that up before going to see the speaker. Like,
Well,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
with Zira's, -2 intelligence, I was like, oh yeah, didn't Donovan mention something about that like last night?
What am I looking for here?
Yeah, and I forgot to put it in the notes too. So I just completely forgot about it. This is going to be a strange conversation afterward.
Be like, look, speaker, we didn't mean to do this. Our bad.
It's probably
We
gonna
got sidetracked, and then some things happened, and we just forgot he was undead until just now.
probably gonna depend on what kind of undead he is. How upset the speaker's gonna be.
All right, seriously, give me just a sec, because this is gonna.
Do what you gotta do, man.
No rush. I'm gonna go to get a snack. I'll be right back.
All right, this will sort of work. How do I do this?
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a snack too.
Yeah, this is. Give me 5 minutes, guys. I'm gonna pause the.
Take the time.
Good job, Nikki.
Well, maybe I'll find the appropriate music to go along with that scene you just set.
Okay, I'm clicking on my token. Clicking
Well,
on
it's not selected now.
clicking on. Is it selected now? What? What's it?
That's somebody else.
Okay. So is it selected?
Let me see. No, it's not. There we go. Now it's selected.
Okay.
Now do your initiative. It has to have the little circles.
Oh. Okay. All right. So.
Now do mine. Right.
Yeah, we're winning tonight.
We're kicking ass with this initiative.
Man, we are so prepared.
It's all
You're
relative. The ghost is going at 7.
Oh yeah. At least we all beat the ghosts.
Most of us.
Most of us. Oh yeah. Except for Tara.
Yeah.
They is the only one that's going after the ghost.
I'm like, a ghost? Is it?
Oh
Is
no. No,
it
and Zara.
Is it the ghost of Christmas future? He's really spooky.
Pretty sure Charles Dickens doesn't exist in this realm. Is that from another plane of existence?
It's a story,
That's
sir.
that's Chuck Fallis, the noted bard from the Spell Plague era.
Yeah. I thought you read books. I thought you were a nerd. Come on.
All right, so Filbert, you see this ghostly visage kind of threateningly pull up out of Trex's body. Trex, meanwhile, just kind of seems to collapse into a pile onto the floor
Oh shit!
as it does so.
Interesting. All right. I am going to kind of do a flip up and toss myself up over the back of the couch.
Parkour.
Yeah, halfling parkour.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Yep. Our kids would say, Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Bow chicka wow wow, but chicka wow wow to the Pornhub coach.
And I will knock an arrow and draw it back, and I will hold an action. If that ghostly visage attacks somebody, then I'll let the arrow go.
Okay. Cool. All right. Roanoke.
My first inclination is that Filbert is jumping on the couch to kind of make a pass at me, but as soon as he rolls over the couch, I'm gonna roll the other way off the couch. But where is he, by the way?
Right next to you.
Tracks?
Yeah, where's this Trex ghost
By
dude?
the door.
Trex
Oh,
is
that's
here,
him?
and he's now a crumpled mass on the floor. The ghost has moved out of its body and is hovering just next to it.
Um,
And which one of those squares am I actually in? Because I'm kind of in the
This
middle
is
of all.
Fine.
Let's just. There you go.
this is the curse of going first, but this doesn't seem right, so I'm just gonna have to act. I'm sure
Yeah.
that I'm gonna be overly aggressive here, but what else is new? All right, so I'm gonna tumble over the
Parkour.
Yeah, I'm gonna parkour over that, and then I'm gonna move over towards him. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna use my Dre Ambusher to swing at him. And I'll be like, I knew it! I really didn't, but so it's too late now. Let's see, where the hell's my... Okay. Is it hold on a second, is it advantage? Nope, I missed with that one. But I do get another attack because it's Dread Ambusher.
Yep.
So I'll swing that one. And I think that one will hit. That's force damage, by the way. Is it force damage? Let me make sure. No, it's the same damage as my weapon type. So that will be... That's why I will duck and weave between the various people. And do... I don't think I did this the right way. I didn't even do favored foe. Okay. No biggie. How much damage does that say? 14? 14 damage with a rapier slash, or pierce rather, stab. Does it seem to pass through it without any effect,
Hang on.
being that it's a ghost?
Why is my... You pass through it. You feel some resistance, but certainly not what you would expect if you were stabbing into a body. But it seems to, and it reacts a little bit to your blow, for sure.
All right. And then I'm going to back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right here. And that'll be my turn.
Okay.
I'll be like, it's cold. Well, excuse me. Everything's cold here.
Very funny. All right, Hendrik. You now have this ghostly apparition.
All right. So
That's my screen.
I am going to 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll go 25. Or actually, I'll go. Oh, sure. So I'll go there. That way I still have a good line of sight on him. And then I will. Spell.
You're flipping through your spell.
Then I will cast
Burning hand.
Firebolt.
Fireball. Meow.
Does an 11 hit a ghost?
It does.
What?
Ah. For 3 points of damage.
All right. So your firebolt strikes, it passes through the ghost, but you can see as it does, the kind of the amorphous kind of thing that the ghost is made up of actually seems to sear and pull back as the flame goes through it. Clearly, it actually had some kind of effect. and you can tell by the contortion of a little bit of pain on the ghost's face that it felt it. Anything else from
And
you?
then I will say, speaker, please step back. We'll handle this.
Okay. That brings up. Oh, sorry. Oh my god, I'm so tired of Roll20 right now. Dodvin, who gets up and moves his movement 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to right there. And as he's coming, he draws out his long sword and attempts to do a... Well, first he casts Searing Smite on his weapon, and then attempts to slash at it two-handedly with a crit fail.
Oh,
Misses the ghost and lodges his long sword into the wooden planks of the floor. You can hear him
Oh my
cursing
God.
something about Celeborn judging him, yada yada yada, and something very unpaladin-like curse under his breath. Oris, the speaker, waves, "Men, defend your speaker!" And he goes running to go get his weapon, which he did not have on him.
Sorry about that, bro.
You see him run back near the hearth where he has a pair of short swords, which he snatches up and grabs and kind of readies himself for action. The ghost looks around at this point and kind of surveys the room, and her eyes meet upon Dodvin.
yeah, I saw this one coming. Shit.
Kind of see
Well.
what's over there.
And she,
See
this ghostly image starts to move towards him, and she kind of presses against the body of Dodvin's body, and you hear him yell out in kind of anger and pain, as he needs to make a.
Can I have that trigger my held action since I see it like approaching him?
Yeah, do that first.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's a 1, so I can re-roll it. Oh, and I made it better by rolling a 3. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing that misses.
Yeah, it does. It goes just above. Kind of, you're trying not to hit Dodvin, and he's kind of in the way, and your shot just goes kind of high and wide, misses him.
Man, Roll20 has been a cruel ass bitch tonight.
It's been killing me the last 3 sessions.
Shit.
So, the ghost
When I get a new camera, I think I'll set it up as a dice tray.
melds and goes in, and you see kind of Dodvin kind of shake a little bit.
So who had Dodvin for ghost bingo possession?
That's it. I lose. No, I have to attack my friend now?
And he still has that searing smite concentrating on too, so watch out whoever gets
Well,
hit.
if he's, but does he? If he's being possessed, is it him or is it the entity possessing him?
Yes.
Guess we'll find out.
It's rhetorical. It's rhetorical. It's rhetorical. Terribly Gimli impression.
We'll find out once he swings on Thea.
No,
you guys
he would
all
never.
you guys do notice that kind of glowing red aura around the sword, which is kind of still a little bit just embedded into the ground, seems to kind of whisk out.
Well, that's good.
There's that. Still have to contend with his probably like 50 hit points and 18s and 20s.
Okay, that is the ghost's turn. The tribal warriors, the guardsmen, shall we say, look a bit confused now. They don't know what to do. All right. But erring on the side of caution, they rush forward and attack Donovan with spears.
Well, what? 3 of us did the same thing.
Well, no, you attacked the ghost.
Oh,
The
no.
ghost is
Yeah,
now
we attacked the
gone.
ghost.
It's now inside Dodvin.
Yep. They see the same thing we did, didn't he?
And misses.
There's got to be a way
And
without
misses.
hurting Donovan. Oh, shit.
All right.
It's my turn.
Winzira.
Oh yeah.
Winzira is going to use blindness and deafness
Okay.
on
Oh, no.
Good thinking.
Dodvin. You can't see anything.
Does he have to make a save? Yeah.
Yeah, DC 13. Con. Oh, con's okay.
I'm just trying to see who makes the save, Dodvin or the ghost. Except ones that turn down change its Oh, it's Dodvin. Yep. Okay. Man, talk about giving myself something complicated to do here. 15.
Yep, that
Yeah.
saves.
You kind of see, I think I'm going to enjoy this.
Oh, shit.
And then I'm gonna run away.
Okay.
This will be the.
Winzira. Or, I'm sorry, Thea.
Oh.
Thea.
And
Oh, yeah.
I
go
forgot
ahead.
my bonus action.
Yeah, you do.
I will inspire Filbert. Yeah, do something.
Strangely, you feel like your captain has just spoken words to you, and you are inspired to be better, Filbert.
All right.
You'll have to. You file that away for later to ponder why suddenly you're reacting to her like your commander and officer. All right, Thea.
That's fine.
I'm gonna turn on dead.
All right.
All right, so that's a wisdom saving throw. So the DC there is
14 spell save.
where is it?
Click on spells. 14.
It's a 14.
All right. Cool. So.
And that should not be Dodvin, that should be the ghosty.
It is the ghost. I'm just reading. Hang on. I'm just reading to make sure I get this for her correctly.
Remove yourself from my friend, you foul trickster! Lathan never see through your tricks!
So, the ghost, you hear, oh, screams out in almost seeming pain and somewhat kind of fear as your holy symbol begins to glow a brilliant bright white. And this seeming like sunlight strikes across Dodvin. The ghost begins to pull away. Put up the thank you, you did. What's the reaction? Oh, Christ, it doesn't tell me.
It has to try to move as far away from me as it can.
Not till its own turn, though, right?
A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as
Yes.
far. Yeah. So it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. It also can't take any reactions. In force action, it can use only the dash action to try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can only use the dodge action.
You're not. I could have done Radiance of the Dawn, but I did turn undead.
I'm just trying to determine whether turning undead would he would leave Dodvin or try to run away inside Dodvin. I'm just looking for
Yeah.
a quick ruling on that.
Whatever it is, some of them bitches should get some attacks of opportunity.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'll figure it out by the time that we get around to you. Him, rather. All right. So, Filbert. You see the ghostly image, Dodvin kind of cringing back and yelling and shielding itself from Thea's holy symbol she is now holding up.
Okay. I'm gonna give myself a DC 10 intelligence check to see what I do with that. So I don't want to metagame too much. That sucks. Alright, I am going to fire another arrow. I'll bonus action steady aim and then take a shot at him.
Damn.
Oh my god.
You are. You got inspiration.
I will use my inspiration die.
Yeah.
D6, correct, Rebecca?
It is.
Oh my god. So 11.
11 hits. That is the armor class.
All right, so
Oh wait,
So
it's
it would be,
Dodvin. It's Dodvin. No, so it bounces off Dodvin. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what it didn't leave the body yet.
yeah,
yeah,
that's
so
totally fine.
your arrow strikes Dodvin and bounces off his armor. And in fact, if you want to save that inspiration, because it's still the ghost is not visible, just Dodvin.
Okay.
And he is wearing some pretty beefy armor, so you would know that
Alright.
before you had to decide whether to use your inspiration die.
Thank you, DM. So that will be my turn. That's my my bonus and my action, and my movement gets used up by my bonus action. So.
Is that me?
Yes. Sorry, I'm still trying to determine.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna just do
Is it obvious that he is the ghost has inhabited him? Like Trex is crumpled to the floor, or is it Trex moving around? I mean, I'm just looking for some information that
Trex
so I can make
hasn't moved yet. He's still laying on
has
the
not
ground.
moved.
However, you saw the ghost kind of come out of him, hover there for a minute, and then flow into Dodvin. And then Dodvin kind of laughed at Winzira and spoke in a very non-Dodvin kind of way.
Yeah, I can't attack Dodvin. What can I do? I can try to trip him. That's going to go over really well. What do we do? Oh, yeah, right. What do we do with flanking again here?
You get
it's
+2.
It's +2. Great. I'm going to go and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can easily do this. I'm going to go over here.
Yep.
Zip. That's 30 of my movement.
Yep.
And I'm going to try and I'm going to see if I can trip him.
Okay.
I know this will fail miserably, but I got to try. So what do I got to roll? Is it an athletics check? Acrobatics?
Athletics to push.
Yeah, it's a shove attack. Yeah.
Not.
Athletic.
My special effect would probably be try to like tie up his legs or get him. Try to do something that way. But
Yeah, do an athletics.
if it's athletics, that makes sense. So am I rolling an athletics check or am I rolling it to hit?
Athletics check.
All right. Let's see. So I'm getting a +2. I'll just add 2 whatever I roll here. I don't think a +2 is going to help.
No, he
So
gets,
I feel like I go over there. I feel like I go over there and kind of bounce off of him.
a little bit. A little bit.
Like,
yeah.
like
Ankles like a toddler, like I got you.
it's like the Flash trying to run into the barrel into like Superman's chest, and he just kind of bounces off. So bouncing off of him, I'm gonna keep moving to get to here, and I'll end my turn there. It was a valiant try, but it was probably a wasted effort.
Oh man, the speaker's gonna think we're badasses.
It's gonna think we're idiots.
I know. That's insane. Wow.
Our stock is going down with every round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, I did something.
No. What,
Who's
my
next?
turn, I think?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm done.
No, I thought Filbert was top of the round.
Oh, Filbert already won.
Yeah, I failed miserably.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Not as miserably as I failed.
Yeah.
Trex sees all this kind of. He kind of is coming to, sees all this around, and he lets out a and attempts to hide as much as he can in the corner.
All right.
All right, Roanoke. He's already done. Henrik.
All right, I am going to hold. I'm going to start casting, but hold releasing a firebolt until I see if the spirit leaves Dodvin.
Yeah, you immediately can kind of see that they're kind of in the same space, but it is kind of pulling away out of them, but they're in the same space right now.
Okay, so as soon as I can get a clear shot on it, I'll release it.
Okay, absolutely.
Let our friend go.
Dodvin. Oops. I'm on the wrong. How to do this? takes a step back. Kind of, you can see him kind of like regains himself. Vile thing. Feel that you be judged by Calibor. Blah 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 blah.
Bangs it to the floor again.
Hang on, I'm just seeing what he would.
Well, since he stepped back, do you want me to go ahead and do my firebolt while you're
Yes, please do.
figuring out what to do? 17 hits, I'm sure. For another 3 points of damage. Woo!
All right. It's still good.
Better than a 1.
Okay.
Too weak.
Dodvin is just going to make this easy. Uses his bonus action to cast Thunderous Smite, and then attempts to swing two-handed with his longsword. That hits, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. There we go. That'll hurt. Boom, boom.
Yeah, he doesn't get the
That's a lot of
11.
damage.
He doesn't get the divine. He didn't have that up and running. I shouldn't have had that up. So he does 13.
Okay.
And let me just check the thunderous here. Fuck, this is complicated. So it needs to make a.
There's stuff on your lap that's not fair.
It fails. Crit fails. He gets knocked back 10 feet as this.
Noise.
As this, his two-handed strike comes down, hits it. You hear this thunderous boom, thunderous explosion as it takes the damage from the power of his divine smite. Well, thunderous smite. So minus 1. And it is technically prone, although how a hovering creature can be prone, I don't know. But it is, but it is prone. Okay.
I believe doing damage to it, it's no longer turned, though.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the churning is what got it out of it.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
So we can kill it before it tries to get into somebody else.
Yeah, you know what? Oris would fucking run up and fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just do this old
It doesn't
school.
look like a half orc.
You don't look like a half orc.
He takes a swing with his, but misses with his first short sword, and misses terribly with the second as well. And now he's up there. So, okay. The tribal warrior, or the guardsman, one of them is going to throw his spear from the distance and hit. But as the spear passes through, it seems to not do a whole ton of different damage. as it lodges into the back wall. After passing through the other, runs up to defend the speaker and attempts to two-hand stab it with his spear. Also hitting. Ooh, for a whopping
2 points of damage. Woohoo!
bit of damage. Well, yeah, not quite. All right, the ghost now. Does not recharge his thing.
How do I get this onto my thing?
So,
That doesn't.
each non-dead has to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened for 1 minute.
Oh, immune to
Luckily,
frightened.
you guys are all immune to all that.
Woo!
The ghost, having been in
Yeah,
the
the-
body of Trex and been magically put to sleep by your host, had no idea about the wonderful advantages that you had. However, I got to roll for these guys. You have to make wisdom saving throws. Fails and succeeds. So he is frightened. Make him yellow for being scared. And we'll say we use his stats too. So 12. And Orlus fights off the he also takes 1d4 times 10
What?
in age.
Age. Yep.
What?
Who?
So
He's
suddenly this guardsman suddenly you see his hair turn gray and wrinkles appear on his face as he ages 20 years in front of you and is now a late middle-aged man because of
Oh, no.
this as the ghost looks at you all and just lets out a cackling scream and this hellish face and visage horrifying, just horrifying to look at. The guardsman screams and falls victim to it.
I love that. I love that the old school D&D stuff. Some of it's still around because that's a scary thing.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Oh wait, let's see about Trex. I forgot about Trex. Oh, Trex. Trex succeeds. All right, so even Trex was able to not be frightened. All right, cool. That's the. He's going to stand up, and he gets to move. Over above the pot near Trex. Matthews gets one attack of opportunity. Well, that one actually hits. The short sword. Oh yeah, baller damage. All right.
All kinds of bad rolls tonight.
Dude, I can't even use this
Okay.
the whole
Cool.
time.
Cool. Winzira. seen all this kind of crazy shit go down.
Yeah. I am going to move here. And then, let's try out Tasha's Hideous Laughter. So, a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 20.
Boo.
Boo.
That's when Zero says, boo. You're supposed to laugh at the joke I just did not tell you. That's why. I messed up. I'm sorry.
You're doing fine.
It just looks at you. I've heard it, you little imp.
Ooh.
That's an old one.
Hey.
Ooh.
Worst thing you could say to a bard.
No.
They're not current.
All right, Thea. Up, you had.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Thea. Hang on a second. Winzera, you have a bonus action, I believe, still.
I don't have anything to do on my bonus
Okay.
just yet.
Okay. All right then, Winzera.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Thea.
He's me.
That's right. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
A lot of balls in the air right now.
It's okay. I'm
Well, that's
going
what she
to
said.
cast Scorching Ray
That hits.
on the go. All right. So then I go over here. Wait, no. Can't click on your screen. I have to click on my screen. Wait. Yeah. And 10 damage.
Cool.
Be gone, you foul beast!
So as the flames hit it, the ray actually kind of penetrates through, and it seems to hit the stone wall behind her, and bounce back and fries her both for the front and the back, and you can see her kind of as the flames actually seem to. She actually feels the effect of your scorching ray.
Also, I just realized something. Thea is like observing this ghost, and perhaps maybe Lathander whispers to her what a dumbass she's been. That I forgot I had warding flare
For this whole game,
for this whole time.
for the entire game, she could have been causing disadvantage on every attack that hit her.
She has a
So
sudden.
just,
She has
yeah.
a sudden. Oh, wait a minute.
I'm absolutely wrong. I never do that. So, if the ghost goes to attack me as a reaction, they attack at a disadvantage,
Okay.
up to 4 times a day. Just putting that.
Okay. Filbert.
All right. Let's try this again. I will steady my aim and take a shot at the ghost. All right. Modified 20.
Oh yeah, baby.
Finally hit and crappy damage. 13 damage.
All right. So, even though it doesn't seem to do the full amount,
Wait, do you have your action to like
Already did it. Already did it.
All right, I messed up. But I was trying to get
Filbert, how do you want to end the the second existence of this ghost?
Yeah.
I would say as it's kind of recoiling from the scorching ray, as it kind of twists forward, I'll send the arrow and just pass through the chest of it.
Okay.
And drop it.
Yeah. So as it's still dealing with this kind of writhing, you see this arrow kind of tear through the last bits of ectoplasm that was kind of held in together at its core, and it rips through it, and this kind of trailing out that you can kind of hear fading out more and more, like kind of going a long distance as the ghost loses form, and almost like a puff of smoke begins to dissipate and is no more.
Yay.
I'm not even gonna do an X. She just winks out of existence.
Let me first say that we had no idea until we got here.
Yes. He fooled us. He must have put some charm on us with his evilness.
So what does that mean for the rest of the kobolds then?
Yeah, I just legit believed it.
No, that's what we were told.
Yeah, but I believed he was not, because we had done all sorts of insight checks on him.
We never asked him about the undead thing.
Well, this is certainly not what we agreed to here at all. Now,
Sorry
is
about
it?
that.
Connor,
Well, even the
Connor, my friend, what has happened to you? I don't feel quite myself, Speaker. Connor, please go sit down. I shall
there
send
any,
for a
higher
healer
level-
to you immediately.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a higher level cleric, they should be able to clear that up. In town here.
I think we need to go back and check out those kobolds.
Well,
But don't
Trex
forget,
is in the corner over there.
But don't forget, they were waving at us and being very friendly.
We might
Check's
still
here.
need-
Check's here.
I was just going to say, I don't think Trex was the person we were talking to.
But I'm sure we
No.
might be able to.
Trex, are you the leader of the kobolds?
I would like to be. I was just sort of before, yes, but ghosty thing
Maybe-
came in.
Maybe
Janice,
this can be salvaged.
I saw everything he said. All big word. Chucks don't know big word.
Well, this was your idea, Thea, and it was a good one. Maybe this one can still this situation can be salvaged.
So, Trex, you heard big words.
I don't understand a lot of them, but I do understand we work in mine and get to stay and not freeze. Those good things. We could
No
still do
attack
that.
minor.
Yeah, they didn't attack him in the first place.
I
They
know.
just showed up.
No attacking miners. No, just mining.
No, we do as told. For warm place and food.
So I think we can still have the same deal. Then it sounds like.
Yeah.
So,
See?
if I understand this correctly, then we would need to provide food for you all, but you would stay in the mine, you would work in the mine. Very interesting. Certainly cheaper than what we're paying the miners. Yes.
What would the miners say about this?
Well, I'm sure
I
the
would
miners
say-
will still mine as well. Obviously.
Yeah, not to replace the full force. So certainly, you wouldn't want to do that and anger any of the miners.
The miners get paid on the output of the mine. So, as far as they're concerned, this would be a big windfall for them as long as I could sell it correctly. Yeah.
Especially if they're the very dangerous parts of the mine,
Well,
places
if I
maybe
only-
that the miners can't can't get through. Maybe the kobolds can get through.
Chuck's not like that.
Oh, but for you, it wouldn't be
We just use
dangerous.
the small places. The small places.
where the bigger people might get stuck.
Well, we need to have some kind of oversight. None of the miners are going. They ran away from the kobolds. I mean, they're not exactly the bravest lot.
Well, they're not stupid either.
Well, perhaps if I don't really can't spare any of the militia. Dodvin kind of steps forward and goes, I could stay behind and oversee them. There's something I need to take care of, and I need to stay close to home anyway. I would be willing to take that role on, Speaker. Well, I'm sure we could.
Stop it.
Well, yes, That's our visitor. And he kind of gives you all a meaningful look. Told me some things that I need to address. And I think it's no coincidence that I'm here in my hometown when I find those things out about my past. And it seems very fortuitous that this need should arise as I learn these things. And I feel
Anything
the
you wanna
hand
tell
of
us?
Kalendor involved in it. And I
If
shall
you
say no
feel
more
that's
about
what's
it.
best, then I will not stray you from your course. If your God has spoken to you.
I believe he has.
But you shall be missed greatly.
I shall be here.
Yep.
Should you need me. You may all call upon me at any time. Well,
Good to hear.
I think then I could overlook the fact that you brought a malignant specter into the town hall, as long
Is
as
that what
you
that thing was?
and help me sell this should the need arise. But certainly my Goliath friend here, providing oversight, I believe will go over splendidly. Yes, I'm very pleased. Well, you've certainly exceeded, all things considered here, to the negative, the expectations. So please, I believe there's some payment in order here. And he kind of goes over to his desk and opens a drawer and pulls out a bag and tosses it to Filbert.
Yeah.
What? I keep the gold.
What'd you just say?
It's the problem. We haven't seen it since you've been keeping it.
Yeah.
I constantly use it for all of us.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're an excellent gold keeper.
Thank you.
Filbert,
Alright.
inside, it feels pretty hefty, but with a quick look, it looks to be about without counting everyone out, to be the 50 gold that was promised.
Fitty.
All right. Are we gonna do that 5 ways, 10 gold each, or are we going?
I mean, it's up to you guys. I mean, I don't just hold it. But if you guys want it as party gold, that's fine. Or you can put.
Well,
take
we
gold.
need spending cash too.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care either way. No.
All right then.
Well, Ben, if that's all settled, if you'll excuse me, I need to speak with Dodvin and Trex, is it? Trex. Yes, Trex. Mr. Bossman, can I take these stupid wings off now? You hear him say as he kind of walks away, and they're kind of falling off him as they do anyway. And they kind of retreat to the other side of the room to kind of work out the details. And poor Clem now is 20 years older than his friend.
Well, hopefully there's a cleric you can do a greater restoration on him somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't believe that would help.
It's gonna need a wish.
Yep.
Ghosts are no joke.
So before Colin rushes off, I will give him a hug. And like, it's okay. You don't be no scared no more.
Thank you. I hope I have grandchildren as nice as you, young little lady. What the hell am I saying?
How old is he looking? Did he suddenly become like 80?
No, but he looks to be late 40s, early 50s. And in 10 towns, that's, getting up there.
It's not a very good life expectancy in 10 towns.
All right. Well, that was interesting and unexpected.
Yeah.
So, what are we doing?
What's our next step?
The
I think our initial thing was to buy some tents. So we, but
Oh, yeah,
we need to go to a store and find some tents.
I can use a few arrows as well.
I think I have a tent. Let me see here. Yes, I have a tent.
Well, my friends, please avail yourself to the warmth as long as you like. And if there's anything that we can do for you, let us know. We've got to draw up an agreement here, and I've got to send for the town crier to put all this out.
where
Are
can we
we-
buy tents?
Oh, well, several merchants in
Don't
town.
have a tent.
Probably the best for that would be the Itchy Trigger.
Let's go to the itchy trigger. So we got 10 gold each. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yep.
I like the name.
Gold. I got you. All right.
Henrik, maybe we can find a place to cash in the that warlock thingy. What was it? The necklace?
Possibly. Somebody here might buy it. I don't know that this is a big enough town, though. We might need to go to a bigger town
Oh, well,
to find
sure
somebody
to-
that might be more interested in that. But we can definitely try. There's no harm in trying.
That's my line.
ask the speaker if there's a place that has what would you call these things? What, magical charms?
Magical items or trinkets,
Yeah.
wanderers items, items of magical power.
Yes.
We,
Is there a
place
trading
we might be
depot?
able to-
we don't have some
Trading
place dedicated to that. Not like you'd find in either Bryn Shander or East Haven. But the Itchy Trigger might be willing to make a trade for you. Certainly.
Let's try it out.
There, otherwise, we have a general goods store that supplies most of the fishing folk with their needs. That would be Carmen's. Carmen being the proprietor. Yeah. And then there's the Richmond's, which is more to do with tack, the needs of more of our wooded folk, trappers and lumberjack types. those might be the only places that might trade you some goods for those. Um,
Well, if we're already going to the itchy trigger, let's see what happens.
What type of place was Carmen's again? What do they deal with?
they tend to do all the needs of our fishermen, our fisher folk.
Oh, okay, so it's fishing goods. I gotcha.
The itchy trigger is more probably your best bet, though. Definitely more of an esoteric, if you will, assortment of goods.
Kind of like a general store, a little bit of everything.
Yes, and certainly a bit of oddities here and there, things that people are trying to part with to perhaps raise some capital.
All right. Well, I do thank you. I do believe that'll be our next stop then. So let's head to the Itchy Trigger.
Well, I wish
Bye
you
bye.
best of luck. And I shall certainly keep you all in mind if other things should come up and the town has needs. Might you be interested again? We'd be happy to give you employ.
Definitely.
And definitely try to smooth things over at the clam. The
Oh,
miners are definitely restless.
Yeah,
Are
there was
they?
somebody over there, obviously spreading.
And
Some
trying to
ill-
incite some ill wills
So hopefully,
regarding the mine being closed. I'm sure it's the same thing we spoke of already.
interesting. Yes, I will certainly get over there and address this. I believe that this agreement, once we get it worked out, will be just the thing to undermine them.
Indeed.
No pun intended.
Oh, very good. Most excellent. Capital.
Yeah, that was
Alright,
pretty decent.
So Thea's gonna go ahead and head to the clan while you guys go buy tents, and I will just give you, I don't know, a gold, 2 gold.
How much is in the party treasure?
party loot still has 17 gold.
Yeah, so there, just
We can use that for
Yep.
any lodgings we decide to take, but I don't know that we need lodgings right now.
we don't know. We're getting tents.
Okay.
I'm just going
okay.
to the bar because
I
I
gotcha.
don't. I want to go get some of this rabbit stew, and you guys want to get tents. So,
Okay.
And I don't want to have rabbit stew.
well, I mean, priorities.
No stew for you. No stew for you. Come back 1 year.
All right.
I mean, I'm just saying I don't have to role play that out, but that's what my character is gonna go do. I mean,
Yeah, it's up to you guys. I mean, I'm all for hand waving shopping if you want, or we can role play it.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys are good with.
You're cutting out, Mick.
he's saying he's all for a hand waving, shopping, etc.
Well, he's still talking after that.
Oh.
But I can.
No, that was pretty much what I said. I had put my mic up so I didn't bang it when I was doing all this. I'm
Okay.
just trying to see. I've got pricing guides for every single town, so I just wanted to see if I've got such a thing as a tent on it. Of course not. Alrighty. 'Cause that would be easy, bastard.
There are no tents in Icewind Dale.
You have to build igloos.
Fuck
They've
your
been outlawed.
I mean, we have enough snow to do it.
I mean, can't you just like build up a big snowball and just turn it into a real thing, Winzera?
That's your job, man. You're the wizard.
But she's the one that did that before.
She did?
Tents
may
are
last.
normally 2 gold,
Yep.
Mickey.
Yep.
She made
I
that
I just I had it up. Thanks, Dave.
No problem.
Doesn't quite last 8 hours yet.
Who's going to who's breaking away from the shopping?
I'm gonna go get stew.
Okay.
I'll go to the
Would you like us to get a tent for you?
Yeah.
Give us a couple gold for each person that wants
We
to
got
get.
party loot.
We're gonna use party loot for it.
Well, don't we all have our own individual loot before we dip into the party?
I mean, but tents are for the party.
Yeah,
so.
but they're
Granted, but that'll be like 10
two-person.
gold. Oh, the
Just
2-person tents?
two-person tents. Yeah.
Oh, so we only need 3.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. Henrik, are you going or are you staying?
I'll go to the shop with you.
Okay, good.
I give Henrik the party gold.
I can explain the enchantment that's on this necklace when we try to sell it.
Cool. That's exactly what I was thinking.
All right. Do you
I'm
guys-
just gonna inspire you guys. I'll inspire Roanoke. Be like, you sell really well, and then I'm gonna go get some rabbit stew.
Um, I appreciate that as you walk away, and I'm like, but I don't think I'm the right guy.
And
I'll do
I'm
my
gonna-
best.
And when it comes to selling that necklace, I will assist in any persuasion by explaining how powerful the enchantment is, and so that way it can hopefully get an assist on and make it a have it with advantage. Hopefully,
I will do my best.
if you allow it.
Thank you, Winzira, for your faith.
If our God allows it.
All right. Whoever's going off with us, I leave to go to the Itchy Trigger.
Okay. How do you guys want to do it? Do you want to role play it? Do you want to?
I'm
I'm
cool
okay
with-
with hand waving it if you want.
Yeah,
I'm cool with
I mean-
that.
Okay.
Do some rolls.
Yeah. So give me a general persuasion on your bartering
Okay.
skills.
And am I being assisted by our very charismatic wizard?
So you
'Cause
roll it at advantage.
Okay. With advantage, persuasion, huh?
And I believe
Persuasion.
Zira gave you, and this is on
Inspiration.
the
Inspiration as well.
this is the haggling on the tents.
All right.
All right.
So-
So you wanted 3 tents.
3 tenths,
Yep.
please.
So he offers you the deal of 3 tents for 5.
sounds good.
It sounds like a good price.
What a bargain. I take it.
Okay.
All right. And then
Those are each, and you
On
can
the,
drag them out, but they're each 20 pounds.
Oh, shit.
we can keep them on the dog sled. That'll
That's a good idea.
All right. Well,
So when
at
when,
some
when that
point
when that
we're
thing
gonna have to-
inevitably falls down a crevice in the ice, we'll lose everything that we
Or
have.
they just try to point out you have to get them
We
back
all-
to the sled.
Yeah.
We also have an extra axe beak right now, unless Dodvin has taken it with him to the mine.
Yeah, he's gonna keep it.
Yeah.
Since he purchased it.
Fine.
He's gonna keep it since he purchased it himself. But you will have to. We'll double check, and we don't have to do it. We do it out of game. I'll check the weight. You might have to purchase another dog sled. Dog.
Really?
Oh, an extra dog.
Yeah.
for the
Right
weight,
now
if
you
it's too
have a
much.
weight limit of 250.
Of how much?
250.
You cut out.
But the 250, but the sled itself is worth 60.
60. Okay.
So
We really don't.
yeah, I mean at the
Um,
time you only had 2 very small individuals riding it when you first got it. So now you have your weight plus, any gear on it. So
Yeah.
at this point, really, if you're going to put those, on it at all, you'd need to add 1 or 2 more dogs.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's worth it.
We should probably do that.
All right. All right. Well, let's go shopping for some dogs.
Well, first we got to try to sell the necklace. See if he'll buy the necklace.
Okay, let's do that.
Then I'll let you try to sell them, and then I will.
Use your assistance. To,
Yeah, how are you
wow
going
him
to
with-
try? So you're just going to offer them up and say, "I've got this black crystal." I mean, give me a little bit of that conversation. that will need to.
I'll leave that to the wizard to describe before I start negotiating.
Well, it's this is a fairly powerful necklace. It helps anybody who has a patron to help them be able to cast magics. It allows them to possibly cast more spells than they normally would. So it's a fairly powerful enchantment.
Is there like a 5-minute time limit before the lot goes off sale? Like in those what was it? What's the channel? All right, the joke is gone. Forget it.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, Home Shopping Network. I gotcha.
Oh, shopping network. It just sounded like Home Shopping Network for a second. All right, bad joke, didn't land. Let's move on.
So, if I hear what you're saying here, there, lad, that this here piece of black necklace, that's for them devil worshippers, right? That's what you're saying? With my my 11 on my intelligence roll?
Not all warlocks are devil worshippers. Some of them talk to the Fae, and there are other beings that
any of them there fellers any of them there fellers could use
but
this.
Yes,
then.
some do get them from demons and devils. That is. I'm sorry.
I said any one of them fellers here could use this here this little necklace, magical dingy ding ding ding.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
Right.
It'll help them with their.
Mm-hmm. Unless you have something to trade.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
And
what do you got?
Well, since you guys were just talking about those needing to carry away those tents on your sled that seems to be undermanned, I could possibly provide you with a couple dogs. I could.
A couple of dogs for an enchanted item?
Can I make any kind of a check to see like how much I believe that might be worth?
The magic item?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me the Arcana. You know that like in a bigger city, certainly in Neverwinter or whatnot, that these are pretty common. And you could pick them up for anywhere from, if you got a great deal, like 90 gold to like 130 gold.
Okay.
So worth a lot more than some dogs.
So how much did you guys pay for the dogs?
The dogs are 50 gold apiece, son.
Oh.
Okay.
Really?
So yeah, if we get a couple extra dogs for this, that'd be great. That sounds like a good, fair trade.
I'd like to inspect the dogs first, please.
Yeah, obviously we want to inspect the dogs, but it sounds like a pretty fair trade to me.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, come on. We got them in the backs there. We got 2 name tops here. For that there magic item there, I'll give you 2 of these dogs right here. They're good dogs. You know, they're not the best trained dogs, but they'll do what you're told for the most part. If you're willing to throw in a little extra gold, I got the trained. These dogs right here will lead you through all kinds of nasty weather, and they'll take good care of all the rest of the dogs as well. Those ones right there, those are 70 gold apiece.
I don't know about that.
And then of course we got the sled dog puppies. They're not full raised yet, but some people like to raise their own. They're certainly big enough to run with your other dogs. Those are 40.
I'm gonna cast speak with animals, and I'm gonna go to the trained dogs.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm gonna try and communicate with them and see how well they're being treated.
Hello. Hi there. How you doing?
You like it here?
I do. I like you.
Yeah.
You seem nice.
Do they feed you well? Do they feed you well? Do you get to play? Do you get to run?
Yeah, lots of run. Food pretty good. Good. Yeah. We bark, they feed. Good. Yeah. That one nice.
You like
that one nice. You smell
like
good.
Sleighs? You like pulling sleighs?
Yeah, love to.
Yeah?
Lots of fun. We go fast. get the woods, get to hunt some rabbits sometimes. It's fun. It's good. I like it. Like you.
Talk to the untrained dog. I talk to the untrained dog. Ask the same type of stuff.
You got a biscuit? I like a biscuit. I want a biscuit.
I'll give him a piece of dried ration.
That's good. Got a biscuit? Got a biscuit?
We passed.
Bacon. It's bacon. All right. All right. So they don't. I look over to Henrik and I say they don't appear to be mistreated. This one seems to be fairly enthusiastic.
Yeah, I think. Do you think they would
Acclimate.
They would acclimate to the dogs we already have and be able to follow all right with them?
Yeah, I go to the dog that I spoke to and say,
just so you know, the trained dog, they know how to, manage the weight of the sled just a little bit better. You'll be able to carry more weight having at least 2 trained dogs on your sled. If you have half of them trained, you can carry more weight.
okay, and are the 2 dogs we currently have are trained, correct?
No.
They're not?
Nope.
No. I think
It'd be an extra 20 gold.
I think an extra 10 gold would cover it.
Yeah.
Now listen here, son. Here's the way it works. Everyone in 10 towns needs a sled dog. But you want to give me that fancy little rock on a chain that only a select few of devil worshipping motherfuckers is gonna want. I have to find a buyer for that thing. So I like y'all. I like y'all just fine. Y'all kind of nice, and I think I could sell this for more than what I'm gonna charge you for the 100 gold. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I mean,
But
next time Torga comes into town. you
Oh,
can
I'm
charge
sorry.
her prices to
So
her.
that's his reaction. But now give me a persuasion.
Right, and part of the persuasion is I'm going to be. I want to draw from. I'm going to look over to Hendrik to give some more details about the uses and capabilities.
Yeah,
of this
he
thing.
interjects the whole Torga thing.
All right,
Yeah,
and then
okay.
and then talk to them about the benefits of the what's going on in the mine and how business is going to be a booming because of us.
Okay, so first then, Henrik, roll a performance, but with intelligence as the base.
Okay. Let me see. So
Performance is normally
Nice.
for you, so you're gonna roll intelligence roll.
Yep. So just
So-
roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
He just
Okay.
did, didn't he?
9. Jeez.
Oh,
What
I
the fuck,
my
man.
my roll 20 was playing catch up. I thought he rolled a 20. That was his previous roll.
I didn't even. Yeah, I haven't even. It's not even showing on my chat. What'd you roll?
He needs to roll again, apparently.
I rolled a 5 plus
He,
4.
he rolled a 20. Since
Okay.
you can't see it.
So
Kidding.
So that doesn't really help out much with your. Wow, something just happened. Now my mouse doesn't work, man.
Dude, roll 20 is being a bitch.
Well,
tonight.
no, this is my computer. Suddenly the.
I'm saying, like, as
The
far as the
rolls.
rolls go.
It's just all low.
So roll your persuasion
Yeah.
normal without advantage, because the DC on
me?
that was 10 to make an
Alright.
impact.
Persuasion.
Didn't make an impact, so roll a regular persuasion.
All right, let's see if roll 20 is going to be consistent here. I do have the inspiration. I can always draw on that.
Yep.
I'm going to need it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is the die on that?
D6.
D6. Shit. It might be a waste, but I think I'm going to.
Well, it only lasts.
It'll
It
at
only
least get you-
lasts an hour.
All right, so let's do the D6.
10 minutes.
See what happens. All right, so it's going to be a 12.
Wait, hold on. So since
What?
you used it
Oh, that's right. Okay, let's see. There might be a
as
second
an
one.
ability check,
Yes.
you can roll the die again and choose which roll to use.
Woohoo!
Damn.
Yeah, baby. All right, that's good.
The,
All right, so
the D20 or the D6?
Bardic inspiration. So you can roll it to see if you want to get a 6.
Well, you know what? It's something. It's better than nothing.
All right.
I'll-
Right.
5 is better than 4. 13. Right down the middle. Not trying to make things hard on you.
All right, down the middle then. 10 gold each extra. So 20 gold.
I look over to Henrik. How much do we have in the party treasury?
12 at the moment after those tents.
And just so you guys know,
All right.
it will be this is, out of character. It'll be 60 pounds extra weight for each dog.
Nice.
So an additional 120.
So
Nice.
we have 12 in the party.
So
gold.
I can,
Henrik,
if need be, I can put in the extra 8 for now, and then
no,
I can
put in 4. I'll put in 4, and we'll take the 12.
Okay.
Let me just deduct my 4. Here.
I have money too.
Oh, I didn't realize you were with us.
Yeah, I need arrows.
Oh, so you want? Okay. Do you want to just give us 2 gold, and Henrik and I will give 3.
Can you say please?
Do you want a tent?
Please,
Do you want? Wait. Do you want a tent, please?
Oh my god.
Yes. I please want a 10.
Okay. Can I have 2 gold, please?
Of course you can.
That's very nice of you. All right, I'll throw in 3. Henrik, if you would please provide 3, then we'll have our 8 plus the 12.
That was 39.
So that's going to drop me.
How many arrows do you want?
We're not gonna role play this out. So you have 37.
You know what? Can I get
I might.
a full quiver since we're kind of loading up our
20.
dog sled a bit?
20 would be
Yeah, so 20.
2 gold. And only a
2 gold?
Yeah.
Okay. I will gladly pay that.
A little hamburger to
All right. So we have 4 dogs, 2 of which are well trained. They seem very positive.
So your sled capacity now will be raised up to 6. The dogs can carry 660 pounds. Your sled weighs 60.
Wow.
So you will have a 600-pound carrying capacity.
Nice.
And
Very nice.
Their run speed is up to 4. They can by themselves 40 feet per. They're at 40 feet. The dog sled can go 4 miles an hour.
On the open snow, I'm sure that's pretty fast.
Yeah.
And I already went ahead and just gave a gold back to Henrik. I don't feel like
Okay.
I need to roll it out.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
How much would 600 pounds of arrows cost?
1,200 gold.
Just have you sit back there and shoot. That's a solution for everything. 600 pounds of arrows.
It'd be 1,200 gold. But for
Uh,
you, good.
Make it
halfling,
1150.
1150. Done. It'll be about
All right,
6
I'll be
months
back at
before I
20.
can make that all out. But if you pay up front, I'll be happy to get on it.
If I get half the arrows up front, I'll give you half the money up front.
I'll give you what I got.
All right. So.
Just joshing you, good sir.
We're getting there.
Some of
He was
the
already. He's
that
in there,
fabled
he's actually in there
halfling
counting,
human.
He started counting them out in the barrel.
Then I just stealth out the door then.
Where'd you go?
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Well, thank you for the business, kind sir. We'll take these dogs back to our sled now.
Hi, boys. Since you're still speaking, you have that thing up. You hear Vrono kind of hears him crying a little bit. We'll miss you, Trigger. We love you, Trigger. Bye-bye. And then they kind of start running around Filbert and whatnot. We like you. We love you. Hey.
I look over to Philbin and say that they seem rather enthusiastic about you.
Can you blame him?
Not in the least. You can clean up their poop then.
No.
All
I
right.
make mats.
Let's go introduce the newcomers to the previous dogs. I tell the dogs, I'm like, you're gonna have to be very nice and coach the other ones. You guys are the alphas.
All right. So,
The talk to animals only speak to animals only lasts 10 minutes.
yeah, I know. By the time you get there, it'll be down. Okay.
But I'll have fun with it in the meantime.
So, chatting away.
As we're going by.
Yeah, you hear kind of a combination of snarls, barks, and yipes coming out of Roanoke, mixed in with some common. You can sort of follow the strange conversation going on. As you guys head back, making a quick detour to the back area where at Orlis Matthews' place, you drop off the two new dogs. Which start to a lot of sniffing, a lot of posturing, and the other two kind of go all beta and defer to the new two dogs, and you leave them to get situated and head off to meet your friends at the Clam, who, as you walk in, are already well into a large, steaming. Bit of each with a large steaming bit of stew.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not as
Well,
bad
while
as you thought
everybody,
it was going to be.
then as everybody's eating, that's when I'll pick a table and I will start drawing symbols for an hour
Where's Al?
in 10 minutes and bring my owl back.
Do you want to do that out in the open?
Why not?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the name of the owl again? Hootie?
Snowball.
Snowball.
It's taking like in a back corner table or something.
Yeah. You're able to, to lay out a bunch of incense. You start burning incense in the middle of a tavern. People start to look over at you at that. It's not every day, but it's generally covering up the smell of old fish, which to many is actually kind of something pleasant. But when you start to burn the herbs and sage and whatnot in there and start to chant, several of the fishermen type patrons you see very quickly grab their bowls and get up and move to far tables. The owner, the half orc, you saw kind of comes over and he looks at you, Thea, and says, he's not summoning some kind of demon or anything, is he, in here, darling?
He's just trying to get his friend back, who was killed by a monster. Don't worry
So
about
he's
him.
bringing
He's
back
a-
a ghost or resurrecting the dead? What exactly are we talking about here?
No, he's just summoning his pet owl.
Ah, nature lover. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
as long as that's all that there is, give a persuasion roll, just so we see if he believes you.
Okay. Wait, don't I have a bonus on this? No, it's wisdom. Okay. But why did it? I don't know if that was me.
It
Hold
wasn't.
on. Yeah. What happened?
I'm waiting for your
Yeah.
roll.
Mine was a little delayed too when I did it before.
There it is.
Oh, all right.
16.
Well, good, very good, very good. Clerical Lathander, his word's good with me. Just if he does do anything unnatural, there'll be an extra charge.
I understand. He has no sense of propriety.
No.
All right. You guys kind of.
You know, when he flips out his spellbook, it's certainly handy for our travels. So, we
So
let
the
him get away
the
with
rest of you all have get served up stew, the cost of which for the whole table was only
Double portion, please.
okay.
That's right. This is only first breakfast.
So with the double portions of stew for Filbert, and you get bread. They do a nice spread for you. It comes to 3 gold for the group.
All right, I got it.
So while you're all
We're gonna have to
eating,
build up some additional treasury.
you're trying to eat and whatnot. You're over there, and Henrik is kind of chanting over and over under his breath, and you kind of see his eyes occasionally roll back up in his head, and he's waving this incense all about. At first, he's kind of causing a bit of a commotion in the tavern as everyone's kind of looking over at him. But after a while, no calamity ensues. They all just kind of start ignoring him. There's some just crackpot over in the corner. But as you're finishing up your stew and whatnot, and that after a full hour or so, you guys can hear an audible kind of little. And you look over, and sitting on the table now is this owl, kind of pecking at some of the crumbs left over on the table, as you recognize the snowy whiteness of a snow owl, perched now on the table.
Nice.
Snowball.
Are you gonna keep his name?
Yeah, he's Snowball.
Snowball too.
He could be a white cat, and he's still Snowball.
Okay.
Or she, I should say.
She
She's
pops
still
over to
Snowball.
the Feywild for a little while, comes back. Or she, right?
She's always Snowball.
She's always cool.
All right. Sorry about that, Snowball, but I'll always bring you back, no matter what.
Until you don't.
Unless I die, then
All right, gents. I know we have our bellies full, and Zira.
And it's just past now
But I
mid.
think our next
Being just past midday now, the windows that are in this tavern, which aren't a lot but enough, you can actually see there is a bit of dim light outside right now.
I believe our next destination was the Lonely Wood, was it not?
Finally, to get to the druid. Yes, it's been a long way. Right? That's the druid.
yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds good.
I do want to make it to my town, but I believe Lonely Wood was our next stop.
Was it on the way?
It's literally outside town.
Yeah, just to the north.
Yep.
All right. Before we leave the tavern, though, I write up a note on a piece of parchment, and then I do need to make one stop on our way out of town, and that's it.
Oh, this guy.
I'm not. Believe me, I'm not planning on talking to anybody. We're just stopping for a second, and then off we go.
So he says.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna
the blue
I'm gonna
clam
leave
is-
2
is-
silver.
is right here, and the road to Lonelywood is. Hang on, I got a thing. I did a thing. Hang on.
Yep, I see
It's
it.
up there.
Yep. I see your thing.
So,
I figured something. You guys are currently right here. So, what is it that do you want to say out loud?
I'm gonna
or-
swing by. I'm just gonna swing by my parents' house and slip a letter underneath the door,
Oh,
and
okay.
then.
Ah.
Sorry. And then we can move.
Where is yours? Parents, you pick it out. Which one?
I don't know.
You tell him.
Well, he would be a fisherman, so I guess it'd be somewhere near the docks. So.
All right. Well,
we'll
let's
say,
not be a dick and make it too far then. We'll say.
We'll just. I'll say like maybe around here.
Yeah, it's
or...
this. It's this one. This little one.
What?
Which little one?
What little one?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong layer. Be nicer.
That's the next
Be
encounter.
There we go. Yeah, that's pretty much on the way.
No, it's not.
Nah,
But that's okay.
it's not on the way, but it's not out of the
We'll
way.
just wait for you. We'll wait for you to be weird in the bar, and we'll wait for you to go do.
Yeah, they'll just stay in the
Some-
bar.
You know, like we wait for you to go on and on about Lathander and his light. So okay.
Ooh, them's fight
Oh.
words.
And I walk out and go to my parents' house.
You better leave now.
Wait, Henrik,
Now that we
Henrik,
talked about
Henrik,
this,
come back. I-
one of Lathander's teachings about patience on the road.
I
Would you
I
like
chase
to
after
hear about
Henrik
it?
and
I'm
I
gone.
slip him a
Lathander
silver
once
piece.
said
Okay.
that patience can be found in all walks of life.
Okay,
and
so
that
as she's
possible-
prattling on in the bar, Henrik beelines it out the door, knowing that if he doesn't leave now, he'll never leave, and continues out. Filbert, jumping up, meets him with a dexterous little flick of his thumb, tosses him a silver.
And then I wait outside while she continues to hammer on about
Oh,
Lathander.
I'm still going.
Having grabbed
I'm-
his pack and his coat, Filbert is outside in the cold. He's bundling all up and getting dressed outside because it's still better than having to listen to Faye.
I'd rather be cold outside than listen to the rest of that rant. So yeah.
Escape while you can.
It only takes Henrik you about 5 minutes to walk over there.
Yeah.
So
So I'll just slip it under the door. I'll type it up for you. So that way, if I ever come back and I run into him or something, you'll know what I said to him.
okay,
I just haven't had a chance to type it up yet.
no worries. So you guys all he comes back. 10 minutes, and he's back outside. And now Henrik and Filbert
And
are
I've
standing
just
outside.
finished. I've just finished quoting some, scriptures.
On the 34th day of Antioch, the light called down. And then on the 35th,
So saith, thou shalt throwest the holiest hand grenade, and removest the pen, and only then, once thou hast removed the pen,
All right. We don't need
Okay,
the whole
sure.
thing. So you guys head over to pick up your dogs, your sled, and the remaining axe beaks. It takes a good 10, 15 minutes to get the tack situated on the dogs.
Oh, can we just say that we bought some extra rations? Yeah, some tack for them. over there?
Yeah. Retrofit that. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Retcon. How much rations did you want?
Well, we gotta get food for the axe beaks and the dogs.
Yep.
So
How many days worth?
I say a 10-day at least.
Okay.
how long's a 10-day?
A third of a month.
I mean, I can quote the scripture to you if you'd like.
Well, that'll take a 10-day.
No, they'll get through the first chapter.
Okay, I hope if I'm playing my cleric the way she was built.
So you
Yeah,
got
you
No,
do
I
it
mean-
fine.
No,
You're
you're
doing
doing
great.
I'm role playing my grumpy halfling that's in the cold and doesn't want to be here.
You got 4. And how many axe beaks now?
4 dogs.
How many axe beaks?
It should
One
there
less.
was one for me.
I think 3.
3, right?
Huh?
We have
Because
3.
me and
Yeah.
Richard are on the sled.
Yeah, it was 3 axe beats.
So 10 days worth of food for that many animals is going to run you 20 gold.
You're cutting out. You cut out, Mick.
I believe, in order to feed that many animals for 10 days, you're looking at 20 gold.
Jesus.
What?
So 4
All
gold
right.
each.
We have to do it though.
Yeah. I cough up 4 gold. Reluctantly,
much?
but 4 gold each. Our mathematician just told us.
And that's with the haggle.
Yep.
Because it
Yep.
would have the going rate would have been 21.
Okay.
So yes, it's 4 gold each.
Food being scarce in 10 towns
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
Everything's a little bit more spendy. Okay.
Sorry about that. All right, moving on. Let's go, guys. Actually, before we leave,
Is this
I
sermon?
got something I want to do. Hold on. As a ritual, once we've got all our dogs and axe beaks together, and we're all packed up on our sled with the tents and our cold weather gear, I am going to augur.
Augury.
Do you need privacy for this?
I'm going to ritual cast it. So, I am going to ask my god, what is the best course to find this druid and to keep our party from harm?
Send the owl. Stay home.
All right. So you've read this.
I've
So-
used it before, yeah.
Okay. So an action that you plan on taking in the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So you get a
It
sense.
wasn't that far.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I thought the Lonely Wood wasn't too far, but yeah.
Yeah. And then you roll that.
I'm looking for the best course of action on her, you know.
Yeah, you feel you get I don't know what actually that means, but you get a kind of a swirling in the snow, and this kind of little wind devil, if you will, almost kind of flows up, and you see it kind of draw up these loose bits of snow so that you can actually see this kind of twirling wind that kind of curly cues up and then begins to spiral and head off down towards the direction of Lonelywood, down the path.
So
It's
is
an
it a
omen.
wheel?
Yeah,
Is it a wheel or a woe?
it would be wheel.
Alright. Our course is true. The god has granted us that this is the correct path.
We're just gonna go the same way we planned on going.
Listen, just because you don't have a guiding god in your life doesn't mean you have to shit on mine.
Yeah, it's called my stomach.
I don't have a
You-
guiding god, but yours seems to be pretty consistent so far. So I'm really willing to trust it completely at this point. Our only alternative otherwise is Kelmvor, but we don't have him
I
right
think
now.
we should move at haste speed. 'Cause
I think we should
Nathaniel
trust her.
has given us our path.
She hasn't steered us wrong yet.
See? Except for the time that we brought the undead kobold back to the.
Except for the one time. Oop, I gotta go. I'll be back in a sec, guys.
Does anybody? Is everybody good for bio break? We did. I know we took one for the thing. We just want to double check.
I'm good.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine.
I don't need to now. It doesn't mean I won't need to in 30 minutes. I have no control over my bladder's desires.
You guys press
So
on.
I guess we'll head out.
And head out of town. You make your way along a clearly defined road, as clearly defined as they get here in the constant blowing snow of Icewind Dale. But there hasn't been too much in the way of heavy snowfall in the last few days. So you can see tracks then clearly defined with posts on either side of this track that heads along the northeastern side of Mer Duldun on your left, and the woods beginning to Lonely Wood almost immediately filling in and cropping in on your right, kind of framing this path that you're taking. The dogs move with pretty good alacrity. The new dogs settling into their role. Henrik, you feel that they are much more responsive than the dogs were beforehand, and that you might even be making slightly better time than you had previously.
Nice.
And as such, you begin to, as that present twilight is, diminishing, over the next 45 minutes or so, you see coming up with the last bit of lights, you begin to see buildings. Now, with woods on either side of the road, you start to see buildings in the distance, in the dim light, probably about 300-400 feet ahead of you, as you begin to come upon what you must be the Lonely Wood.
Now, refresh my memory. What are we doing with the druid? We have to go. It has to do with Fudgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Obviously
The
a
druid
bad
that's
guy.
awakened Fudgy, and there's also that was it the deer or whatever that's been terrorizing people up this way? Or out somewhere that might be another creature that he may have awakened.
Yeah, and the druid is worshiping the Frostmaiden.
Yeah.
He
well
awakened
then-
Fudgy to bring the Frostmaiden's wrath.
okay, we're gonna kill the druid.
Probably.
Most likely.
Definitely.
We'll see if I can't convert it. We'll see.
Okay,
Perhaps if I speak some more scripture to it.
because that'll always
No,
work.
that I don't think that would be all that good idea.
She wants to try it.
Yeah, I mean, I could convert the druid.
Look,
Because
First-
I
firstly,
mean,
she
Lathander's
yeah.
word, it can change everyone's life.
she
Or
she
put her to
she's
sleep.
somewhat right with the kobolds.
It's not the light integral to the plants growing. The light is responsible for life.
All right,
Of course, it's
Just-
nature.
agree with her before we get another sermon.
I'm good. I'm ready for my nap now.
Lucky one.
See, real quick, I'm just gonna say, as annoying as it may be, on my character, my personality trait is that I quote sacred texts and proverbs in almost every situation.
It's not annoying. It's your character.
No, it's absolutely annoying. That's
All
the
right, so it's annoying.
It is, and I know it's gonna be, but I'm just saying, like, it's a thing.
There's a reason for the annoyance.
Exactly.
All right. So you find yourselves right at the edge of the map, right around here. You see some buildings up on the first building. That as soon as you come out of the kind of tunnel of trees that you've been trekking along for the last 15 or 20 minutes or so. Yeah, as you come out of the tree line, you see the first thing that you see is a kind of a recently refurbished cabin that's there right on the right. From it is an awning hanging a wooden board that depicts a winking satyr flipping a coin. The sign boldly declares, "The Shady Satyr, dirty deeds done dirt cheap."
Yes.
I love it.
Will he be my backdoor man?
If that's the way you like to take it.
Might want to consult with the Thander first.
Just in that.
Lathander's fine with it.
Yeah.
Centuries of alkalites, man.
I don't know. Not sure how related that is to the light, but okay.
It's bringing light to where it don't shine.
Exactly.
When Zero doesn't get it.
Aw. You're adorable. I pat her on the head.
Sorry, that took forever to come through. All right. Beyond the cabin with the sign right here, you see the town proper beginning to appear in the murk. And just at the far, you can only make out down about here. But what are you doing, guys? What's the plan?
Hey, what is the plan?
Mr. Druid, are you here?
Right.
Seems like a decent way to go about things.
Wait a second. This is Lonelywood, the map that we're looking at?
It is.
I thought Lonelywood was like a remote, lonely wood. This looks like a settlement.
No, that's just you on the weekends. Oh.
I don't get it.
Exactly.
Don't you know that the famous have over here?
So when Zero, as this banter has been going on, has quietly brought out her lute and has been playing this kind of accompaniment along with the one-liners. So?
Somebody here is going to be good at tracking, right?
Well, I say maybe we should head to a tavern or something. Maybe find some people to talk to. Maybe ask around if anybody knows of a druid.
I'm pretty good at tracking when it comes to the wilderness, not in the towns, really.
Do me a favor and
You still just gotta look for footprints.
go ahead and roll anyone or everyone. Go ahead and roll perception.
Okay. Oh my god, I rolled a natural 1.
19 total.
18 total.
Okay.
I'm too busy like thinking about stuff.
Lathander and his light filling you in every crevice.
Yeah. That got me like twisted on a path. I'm like, well, if
They got that warming gel.
that cavity.
Kind of light.
Would
It's
it-
like light infused gel. So, those of you, Henrik, Manzira, Filbert, looking about, you notice a couple things. Lonelywood, in general, appears to be, from what you can see, the buildings are all a bit smaller than you've seen so far in other towns. They are more what you would call residential than others. Very small, down to little tiny shacks like this one that you can even see. None of which are even half the size of any of the even the larger buildings are the size that you had just left in Tourmaline. In fact, the modest cabin that Speaker Orlis was in was bigger than what you're seeing here at the boldly calling itself the Shady Seder.
Sounds like a fun place.
Especially with the fading light,
You know,
Do we see any
too,
people?
the encroachment of the trees here, after so much time spent out on open tundra and without, is striking. While you all very much are enjoying the relative feel, it almost feels balmy, even though with all you're dressed up, because the wind doesn't penetrate as deeply into the this tree-lined area. It does feel, you get a sense of gloominess and darkness, even more so striking, because you know that there is actually light that should be available still a little bit to you. And in this area, it's almost dim and dark. And you don't see much light coming through windows and any of these buildings. Any that you look very strong, as you closely peer at them, you can sort of make out slivers of maybe light coming out of shuttered windows, but everything is seemingly shut up tight and uninviting.
Seems like a nice place.
Yeah, it's not as cold here.
Is anyone proficient in history?
Me.
Nope.
Me.
Go ahead and roll.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Anyone proficient in history can give me a history check.
I got a 16.
I got a 25.
Okay.
I got a rock.
It's just gonna.
And you also get inspiration because that was
it's a king
hysterical. You can get inspiration there, Filbert, for that freaking Charlie Brown.
Thank you.
Awesome freaking reference. That was fantastic. All right, so what you know, Henrik, as a study, and even from tales of growing up this close to the Lonelywood,
You're
you
breaking
know
up
that it's.
really bad, Mick.
Is that for everybody or just you guys?
Yeah.
Everyone, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it was right at the beginning of you talking there, breaking up real bad.
Oh, so disappointing.
Seems to be good now, though.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's my internet or just my computer can't handle it. Anyway, but growing up in Tourmaline, Henrik, you heard your dad and mom oftentimes talk about the shady elements that the Lonelywood attract, from anything from just thieves who have left the Southlands looking to escape justice, all the way to cold-hearted killers that settle in this most remote, unresorty settlement in all of 10 towns.
All right.
And
Well, you better keep one hand on your coin purse.
And then let me give you Thea. You know that, and looking around, you can see that a lot of these buildings don't look to be very old, and that there is a lot of the timber and wood materials are exported from Lonelywood. Not ironically. That you were always heard told a saying that you're very apt to remember, Thea, is that even though it looked shady in the streets, the shadiest dealings are done in the trees.
Huh?
Nice.
Isn't this also though where Rumblebelly's from? Or lived?
Who?
Rumblebelly?
Star-Lord?
Said something about somebody named Rumblebelly.
I would at least know that, right? How
Did I miss a session?
Yeah, apparently so did I. Who? You broke up there.
Regis. Regis,
Yes.
the halfling.
Yes. Regis would be from the Lonelywood. Yes.
All right. So as we're coming through, I'm gonna just remind everybody
She's
that you might want to keep an eye on your back and a hand on your coin purse when in here.
Where's where
the
you're
only
from?
reason I brought that up is Thea's gonna like completely fangirl over that. History wise.
Yep. And
She
I
does like history.
totally forgot that his nickname was Rumblebelly. Jesus, man, that's a deep cut.
Yeah.
That's going deep.
Who's
For
this?
you.
Who?
the most famous halfling from Icewind Dale. Come on! Surely you heard of the great adventurers from Icewind Dale. He was friends with Driz Jordan. Come on.
Who? Who?
I don't know. I never heard of him.
I mean, it was a long time ago, but
You making this up?
no. Don't you read any books?
Come on, back me up here, nerd.
I'm
Oh,
not really a book reader.
Mickey, would I know anything about that?
Yes. You would know all about all of that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I do. It's common knowledge.
Yep.
Hang on.
She speaks the truth.
You smarty pants, you gotta know, right?
He was even once the speaker of this place. That's why I've always wanted to come to Lonelywood. I always heard of the tales, upon growing up, and all of the great adventurers.
How about we talk about some scriptures for a little bit?
No. This is interesting. I like this conversation.
Do we see anybody walking around the town or anything?
You don't from where you are at the very edge of town, but you can only see probably that far down the road right now due to the dim light.
Yeah, I'm assuming that I've been walking. and
Yeah,
talking.
we're gonna.
Remind me again, Roanoke, how far your ridiculous dark vision goes?
It's not the dark vision that's the big deal because I wasn't native with dark vision because otherwise it would be 120. It's 60. It's the fact that in darkness I'm invisible to
Oh, okay, okay.
anybody who
I
has
thought
dark vision.
okay. I thought you could see further in it. Okay, cool. Yeah, with
Yeah,
the
if
dim.
I had dark vision from the start, it would have been further.
Oh,
But
that's what
I
it is.
didn't.
That's what it is. Okay. Thank you. It's just so many to keep track of. I can never remember. All right.
All good.
So I guess we're gonna move in.
Is that what we want to do? Is this an
I would think so.
inhabited town
Yes.
that just seems like it's empty?
Well, we're right on the edge of the town. We haven't moved into the town at all to see if it is empty.
Okay, well, I'd like to make a suggestion. I'll move in first, but maybe you want to send Snowball in with me so you can see what's
Sure.
going on.
That's fine. I mean, it's a known town. People do live here.
I'm
So,
Okay.
I mean, I'll send him with you. It's fine.
Oh, I thought we were doing a scout thing. That's why I was asking. I was
no.
like, is this
No,
remote?
this is. It's not like we're going into like out of character. It's not like we're going into like the Druid's lair or anything. This is just a normal. This is one of the 10
that's right.
towns. People definitely live here and
Okay.
everything else. It's just we just haven't actually
Got
moved
it.
in. At all.
I had misunderstood. Okay, I'll start walking in.
All right. You guys pass the. You walk in and you pass the. Sorry. The. Oh my God! I'll be okay here. The Shady Seder.
Shady Seder, I love it.
Yeah.
Great name.
That you had seen on the right, and start to move more into the town proper. At this point, you can occasionally see a little further up or moving quickly from one building to another. There are townsfolk moving about. Again, they kind of have their head down against the cold and are moving briskly. And with the oncoming resumption of full dark that happens at this 2 o'clock or so in the afternoon time frame up here, that's not out of character. You move all the way down to the end of this entryway street, and we're talking about 1,000 feet, not a very long distance. And as you do so, you don't pass anything that looks as any kind of signage or anything that would indicate any kind of inn or tavern, or to be honest with you, even any kind of business of any kind. But when you get towards the end, you see one house that actually does look to be slightly larger. And unlike all the rest that seem to have everything shuttered up, it actually has light coming out of some of the windows on this main floor. It looks like it's a 2-story building, but the main floor has light coming out of some of the windows. And you see a hanging from a post, if you will, jutting out of the top of the 2nd story, an emblem, which allow me to share with you. If I can find it. Come on.
Shield, huh?
Both Thea,
Looks good.
both you and Henrik with your knowledge of the history, know that that's the heraldry for the town of Lonelywood.
Okay. No, that we would know that that's the heraldry for the town one.
All right. So what's our mission here? Are we looking to ask people about something
Yes.
specific
We're gonna ask around if anybody
about the
knows
druid?
of a druid
Yeah.
that lives here in Lonelywood or near in Lonelywood or in the woods nearby.
Would you like to stop at a tavern? 'Cause there's-
If we can find one, that would be great. It'd probably be the best place to start, I would think.
yeah, we usually do pretty good in the taverns.
Henrik, you know, with your, what was it, a 25, something ridiculous? Yeah. That generally that heraldry is reserved and displayed, and it's the town, some kind of town hall.
Okay. I mean, we could always stop here. This is definitely the. I would expect this to be the town hall. We could probably talk to the speaker as well. See if he the speaker may know of who we're talking about right now.
All right,
And
let's
we're
do
right
it.
here, so might as well.
Lead on.
All right.
Should somebody watch the sled since you were concerned about the rapscallions that live in this area?
Yeah.
I'll
One
stay
of us.
out.
It'd probably be a good idea to have somebody
I'll stay
keep an eye on
outside.
the sled. All right.
I'll stay out with them. I got a good rapport with the pups.
I'll stay outside as well.
Okay.
I won't.
So I guess me, Thea, and Winzira are gonna go in to talk to the speaker.
Winzira, take care of them. Make sure they don't get into trouble.
Aye, aye, Captain.
All right. So you guys, as you walk up, you see that there's an actual kind of a front porch, almost, if you will, that's on the front of this building. It gives a pretty good view of the lake, and you actually see that there are a couple of rocking chairs, though they're a little bit crusty over with ice right now. That you imagine on better days, when the springtime used to touch 10 towns, that it would be pretty pleasant to sit here and look out over the lake. You get the sense.
I'm grabbing a seat.
Go ahead.
I'm grabbing a seat
Okay, you can sit in the seats.
and
Awesome.
start rocking.
Anyone who is up on the porch, go ahead and give a perception.
We're not on the porch.
Yeah. Well, we're heading in. So
We're heading in. Okay.
It's nice to see that
19.
at roll 20 is still consistent.
I got a 19.
Winzir and Thea, you guys get
automatically re-rolled my 1 this time.
That's awesome. All right, so Winzira, you and Thea, and after a moment's looking around a little bit more, Filbert, you get a sense that this is kind of more of a residential type of feel to it. This building.
Man, some people get to work from home.
Yeah. You never know. I mean, there could have been like a recent like pandemic or something, and everybody had to start working from home. Yeah.
So I suppose we should knock on the door.
Yes, knock knock.
Knock, hello, anybody home?
Okay. So standing out, you wait just a minute, and you kind of hear sounds of like these little feet falls and scurrying behind the door. when suddenly it bursts open, and in this kind of vestibule area, light spills out from lamps being carried by a very small child in front of you. And you look down and you can see more of these children kind of in the back, kind of hiding back behind coats and whatnot in this kind of foyer area. Looking down at this little, you realize with the bit of fur on the top of his feet and his curly brown hair that this is a halfling child. Welcome to the speaker's house. State your business. And then in the background, you just hear all the other ones kind of burst into laughter. But he puffs out his chest as much as he can, and he's holding up a lantern.
Well, hello, young sir. We would like to see the speaker.
I'm not, sir. My name is Scoop.
Well, hello, Stoop.
Scoop. Scoop, 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 scoop. And whole peals of laughter now roll off at the background. Stir.
Hello?
Yeah, you're Scoop. And they kind of making fun of him now. And actually, a shoe comes flying out and hits him in the back. He turns around. And looks back.
Hire that kid that threw the shoe.
Oh, come in, please. Come in. It's very cold. Come on in. My mom is the speaker. She'll want to talk to you. Come on in. Come in, please.
It's actually quite warm here, but yes, thank you.
We go in.
Yes.
And what's your mom's name?
Speaker Huddle.
Hello?
Huddle.
Hello.
Huddle.
Huddle. Okay.
Huddle.
You'd make one for Lonelywood?
Not yet.
As you guys walk in, you walk into this house that is clearly built for human-sized people, but most of the furniture in it is sized for halflings. However, there are a few big chairs for visitors of taller stock still peppered in the front large common room. Scoop, as well as three other halflings now, are chasing each other around the house. Scoop trying to get them back for the slight to his honor that their laughter and the thrown shoe had caused. And they pell from room to room and sometimes getting tackled, sometimes worse. At one point, you see them actually whipping out with wooden swords, and a sword fight kind of goes across the hallway as you're standing there waiting. And a few minutes after it takes, Speaker Huddle kind of comes out of a kitchen area, and you see this brown hair, curly haired halfling woman, probably middle-aged years, big smile lines on the corners of her eyes, she walks out with a very large smile, wearing an apron that she's wiping her hands off of. It looks to be covered with some kind of flour. She walks out. Welcome. So nice of you to come. We don't get nearly as many visitors at Lonelywood anymore. Please, make yourselves at home. My name is Mimsy Huddle. I have the honor of being the speaker here in Lonelywood. What can I do for you?
Well, we have come to your wood. First, just a little fangirling, but you didn't know Regis, did you?
Not personally, no. I was but a little girl, and I used to be told about Regis and the companions.
But really, on more serious business, I hear that there may be a problem with maybe a druid in the area.
A druid? I don't know about that. But clearly you have heard of the problems that we're having. Is that what brought you here?
Yes, well, we were brought here from a sea creature who was awakened by this druid to bring the wrath of the Ice Queen to the people of
Bremen.
Bremen in the mare, and he directed us to this place once we released him from the grasp of this wicked druid. And we had
Goodness
heard
gracious.
other tales of some animals being awakened and wreaking havoc on your fair area.
Well, I've never. So, a sea monster told you to come here to Lonelywood?
Yeah, his name is Fudgy.
He was big and he ate people.
He did until we
It's like
saved him
tales,
from.
tales from the time of Regis. It's beautiful. But, in all seriousness, though, that does kind of fit. Well,
Well, what kind of troubles are you having?
pardon me. Please have a seat. Allow me to get you some refreshments, please. But to answer your question quickly, our loggers, well, they've been terrorized by a white moose, and the beast has eluded the hunters that we've sent to kill it. See, we depend on the
We've
forest
heard of
for our
that.
survival. I wouldn't be a good town speaker if I'd let a dumb moose get the better of us, would I? Perhaps you might be able to help us, like you helped the folk in Bremen.
Quite possibly. 'Cause my guess is this white
It's the
moose
same druid.
might have some ties to the same druid. So do you know where this moose has been sighted mostly?
Where can we meet the moose?
Well,
And how much we're getting paid?
well, my goodness. Hello, Miss Goblin. Nice to meet
She's
you.
still
And if you don't mind, before we start talking about payments and whatnot, and my man has a tab, but please, these freshly baked cookies. And she kind of goes over to the edge there and comes back with little tiny halfling shaped sized gingerbread cookies.
Yum, 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 yum.
Chomp, chomp.
I do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
So yummy.
And who might you all
Are
be?
missing out.
You've seen the.
Yeah, we're
the
also
type
not going to
of-
get poisoned and mind controlled.
Well,
These
My
are
name
made
is
from
Hendrik.
Tildred.
And
I am Thea, a cleric of Lathander.
I'm with Zira. Hi.
but we do have two more in our band. They're watching our things outside. They go by the names Filbert and Roanoke. We are a band of, I guess you would call adventurers for now. We're doing trying to solve some mysteries of the areas.
And when I heard Lonelywood was under attack, it struck a chord. I grew up with the tales of the companions.
Oh, gracious. I would hate to have them freezing out there. Won't they come in?
They're a bit weird. You can ask them.
If you want, I can ask them if they want to come in.
Yes, please.
I'll go ask.
We have more than enough cookies.
But then who's gonna watch the dogs? As I'm stuffing more cookies in my mouth.
Oh, well, I did not realize that you had mounts. What do you... Dogs? Do you have do you sleds, do you?
Well, we have a sled and we have some axe beaks.
Oh, my. Scoop! Scoop! Stop beating on your sister with that wooden sword and come here. Excuse me. Now, Scoop, put your coat on and go out and see to these nice people's dogs and X-Beak. You know where to put them. The shed out back. Chop, chop. Yes, you can bring your brother with you. Bring Pratt. Bring him with you. Pratt. Pratt. Put that wooden sword down, young man, and go with your brother. Oh, well,
Now,
fine.
be careful with those X-Beaks. They can be a little
Snippy.
Ooh,
fighty.
X-Beaks. Okay.
Maybe bring the wooden sword.
Yes, well, maybe that might not be such a bad idea.
And then I'll follow them out and call Roanoke and Filbert back in. There's
Okay.
cookies.
I don't want cookies.
I do.
You can have mine.
I already
Yeah, I know.
did.
These fine young
I'm
gentlemen
already.
will stable our
Creatures.
creatures.
You said to be careful and to watch our things.
Correct, and I'm talking
You
to
want-
the speaker of the town. I'm not talking
Fine, and-
to a. I'm not talking to some random person in a tavern.
I know.
It's your
But
children that's going to go ahead
you-
and stable these for us. So
Do you know that she's the speaker, though?
I trust that she is. I'm fairly certain that she is.
Perhaps that's a big ruse.
I'm gonna stay with the sled.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Filbert, you coming in? Some cookies?
Yeah, I want some cookies.
Nice halfling hospitality.
I run in and I grab like an armful of cookies, and then I just go back outside with Roanoke.
Oh, jeez.
Roanoke holds his hand out for a cookie.
Yeah, you have half a handful or half an armful here.
Ah, very cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you guys go out and the door closes. Well, you're welcome, young man. That boy's
Thank you.
mother should be spoken to.
I apologize for
I
that.
agree. You'd think the halfling in our party would have more halfling hospitality, such as yourself.
Southerner.
Well, now.
Oh,
I apologize for their for the rudeness of that.
Yeah.
That's quite
One
all
of
right.
them's mother. One of them's mother was
Boys
killed by
will
Yeti
be
and
boys. So,
raised by wolves. I don't know.
so
But
is,
you know how
is
it
this
is. They're
druid
good
the only
to
thing?
battle.
Is this druid the only thing that has brought you to the wood, the lonely wood, or are you
We
here
have
on other
heard of
business?
that. We had heard a couple tales of the moose, but that we just
Assume.
assumed that it probably tied into the druid. That's what brought us here, really.
Well, I'll tell you
Yeah.
this: we've had many of our loggers suffers gravest injury, and we've even had a few fatalities. This is nothing to be taken lightly.
Oh, and neither are we.
Very good.
Uh,
Well,
we've handled everything we've come across so far. So
this is wonderful. This is wonderful. Well, as you might be staying for a bit here, I would certainly like to let you know that unfortunately our one and only inn closed some few months back. There was an unfortunate incident, and well, let's just say that the owner and proprietor was found dead inside. We're not exactly sure. There's speculation, of course, but we believe that she may have taken her own life. So as such, there is none. However, I would be willing to, say, offer you the use of our loft here, if you would like to have a place to stay.
Of course. What life and joy with all these children.
what was the circumstances of her death? Like what?
He said she thought it's rumored that she killed herself.
Yeah, it's a rumor. But like, was there How did she die?
Well, young man, clearly you're not familiar with the Lonely Wood, and people here tend to have a past. We all have a bit of a past, but those that come here tend to have ones that they want to remain in the past, if you'll understand me meaning.
No, I know. It's a pretty well known aspect of this town.
Well, then, sometimes people can't live with their past. Or sometimes their past catches up with them and can't live with them. You see what I mean?
I was just saying that I was just more asking of how she died. Was it like did she
Oh,
hang
physically?
herself?
Oh, you're a morbid little chap, aren't you?
I was about to say,
Well,
morbid.
she was found hung.
Hung. Okay. No, I just wanted to make sure. I was thinking maybe she might have stabbed herself or something. Or
No,
something
no,
along those
no.
lines.
That's would be a little less ambiguous, though. That's why we're not quite sure which way that coin lands. Yes, and the ramshackle. The ramshackle has been closed since.
I gotcha.
But to business. Certainly, I would be willing to pay 100 gold for the moose's head, if you could so provide it.
Sold.
I think we could perform that service.
Oh, most excellent.
But what happens, though? Good speaker. If we find the druid and remove the curse from the moose, would you still require the moose's head?
At this point, to be perfectly honest with you, it would make things easier, yes, if we could provide proof that the moose was dead, that this white terror, and the folk could get back to harvesting the wood as needs be. But if you could provide some kind of proof that this indeed was the case, that whatever was the
Because-
reason that the moose was doing this, I don't see how you would be
If
able
this-
to it other than maybe bringing the moose into town and having it talk.
Well, that's a perfectly. If this has been again a victim of this awful druid, then if let's say if again, then it would be completely plausible that I could bring the moose into town to talk to everyone, just as we did Fudgy.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
now we've turned a lake monster into a tourist attraction for Bremen now. So
Bringing in fish and money and
You don't
joy.
say. Miraculous.
Indeed.
Well, if you were able to do that, by all means, that would be.
I'm just saying, if the moose is a monster and we cannot persuade it from its task, of course we will bring you the beast's head. But if we can instead fell the druid and or make the
or
moose
even capture and bring in the druid.
right, then I would be happier not ending a creature's life that had no control over its destiny.
Well, you should be well aware, though, that our hunters are all well aware of the bounty for the head of the moose. You certainly won't be the only ones out there looking for it. We have.
Indeed.
Oh, absolutely. There for weeks now, we have been trying to track and hunt the beast.
And which direction is it? Has it done most of its attacks? Like,
Is there a particular area that's its stomping grounds?
And the specifics of that are up for debate. We've been told that varying degrees of depth into the woods. We've had some attacks be due east, some further up to the north, Others only a short distance from the edges of town.
Okay.
Where was the most recent?
I believe that was some distance away to the east. This was not a band of loggers, but one of the hunting parties out searching for it. Their bodies were found.
Okay. Oh wow. Well,
There would definitely be
Let us-
gentlemen who would know more than I. Probably give you even first-hand accountings.
Okay.
It did not kill
Uh,
everyone. That you might be able to talk to. There's certainly gentlemen who are recuperating. Unfortunately, they tend to recuperate with ales at the Lucky Liar. But you could certainly speak with them there.
okay, it sounds like a good idea. Where exactly do we go to get there? Well, where exactly in town is the tavern then?
Head out to the lake, make a right, and continue on down. You'll see the Lucky Liar is just around the bend. Large sign letting you know that it is the tavern. Shouldn't be able to miss it.
Great.
She basically tells you this.
Let us go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, let us go speak with our compatriots, and then we'll go probably do a little bit of research, and then see if we want to head out tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah. So hey, I have to call it personally.
Yep. No. That's why I was going to call
can't
it there
stay up
anyway.
anywhere.
As a good place.
Cool.
All right. What was the name of the tavern again?
Lucky Liar.
The Lucky Liar. And do you happen to know the proprietor of the Lucky Liar? I'm sure you do, being the speaker.
Yes. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? Fucker.
God damn you, Jump. You could just have him type it in our notes.
Dane, you might want to speak to the Dane Zodel.
Dane Zolo?
Zotel.
Zotel.
XOTAL.
XOT.